say, does that stop?
This for my city, this for the top, this for the top, this for the win, this for the win, this for the crown, this for the crown, this for my homies and brothers, they know that I love them, I got them all holding it down. Shorty, you pretty, you come to my city, this for my city. We thank you for coming, we thank you for coming.
Welcome, everyone, to NBA basketball on 2K Sports. I'm Brian Anderson with Stan Van Gundy and Hall of Famer Grant Hill. Allie LaForce will be reporting from the sidelines. And let's check out a breakdown looking at some stats for Anthony Edwards.
And all of a sudden, his three ball has left him. It's been a rough stretch for him the past 5 games. His percentage from downtown isn't near what it once was, but he's not going to give up. He'll try to get it going here today.
Here are the starters for Charlotte. Ball and Miller pair up as the backcourt. Miles Bridges is out there with Mark Williams. And it's Green in at the 3 slot. And for the Timberwolves, Conley and Ann are the 1 and the 2. Jaden McDaniels out there with Julius Randle. And it's Gobert in at the 5 spot. It'll be the Hornets off the tip. Well, Grant, tonight we've got 2 teams who aren't afraid to slow the pace of the game.
Well, B.A., it's because they're both adept at operating their half-court sets. They don't feel the need to push the tempo all the time.
Pure from 3-point range.
The first good move in a long chess match between these coaching staffs.
Yeah, now we get to see the counterplay. How you respond is half the battle out there.
He's just an aggressive finisher there inside.
Hey, when you got bounce like that, you feel like you can take on anybody. And Ball throws it down.
The defense leaves an opening and Ball exploits it. I mean, he can be so sudden.
Outside Edwards. And he banks in the layup. Edwards got his second bucket of the game.
Just taking it right to the rim, and no one was there to greet him.
Once he gets in deep on the defense, there is no way he's missing a layup like that.
Ball. And he buries that one. Back rim and in.
I love this approach. Getting him involved early, and it's already paying off.
Yeah, well, his offensive contributions are going to be very important in this game. So it's good they've already got him in a rhythm.
For Charlotte, they've gone 3 of 4. Off to a nice start. Grant, when it comes to Anthony Edwards, fair to say he's meeting expectations so far.
Oh, no question, B.A. The first overall pick in the 2020 draft, Edwards has been anything but a bust. Now we are seeing him trying to compete for titles.
And down it goes. 2 points.
Woo, he's piping hot. 4 for 4 from the field. No one can guard him out there.
Here's Miller. Off target from 3-point range. The Timberwolves have gone 4 of 4 from the floor. Perfect start. And it's Bridges with the jam.
He's a living highlight reel.
Seriously, that could end up being one of the best dunks of the year. And that was our AT&T 5G Slam Cam, bringing you the sauce. And Edwards slams it in.
Well, everything about Edwards' drive makes it dangerous. His speed, his agility, and his lack of fear.
Now here's Ball. A proven scorer in this league, averaging just over 25 a game. Williams finds Miller. Williams a screen on Edwards. Back to Miller from deep. Outside for Green. Let's go with a 3. Knocks it down from distance. Green's got 6.
You don't want to let him get into a rhythm from out there.
Here's Edwards with the drive. And slammed it home. And a foul. A chance at another point at the line. That's on Mark Williams. And Stan, while Edwards has pushed back, it hasn't stopped others from comparing him to his airness, Michael Jordan.
And that talk is more about how his game reminds one of MJ and less about greatness. Edwards' career is just getting started.
And Grant, the success of teams like the Timberwolves showing that size still matters.
Yeah, in this pace and space era, that may have come into question just a bit, but size and skill combined has always been your best bet at winning.
Here's Ball. That one drops for him. 6 points for him.
Yeah, inside Ball has to rely on his agility. That's how he finds his way to close-range looks.
And stolen by Green. And it's Bridges with the jam.
Oh, that's impactful defense right there. Finding a steal and instantly turning it into offense.
Miller against Edwards. There's the drive, and he sinks it again. 7 of 7 from the field now.
They're finding ways to get the ball into the paint. 5 consecutive buckets.
There's Ball with a 3, and the three-pointer goes.
Fearless from beyond the arc, LaMelo has unlimited range and tremendous confidence.
McDaniels finds Edwards. Ooh, nice concentration to hit the double clutch layup.
8 for 8. He's on an absolute tear.
Here's Ball. 9 points in the game. Miller outside. To the inside. And Williams punches it home.
And that's what you get from Brandon Miller. I mean, he can really whip passes there around the court.
Stolen by Miller. All alone on the break. Here's Green. Oh, he powers right through the defender for the dunk. Draws the foul, too. And he'll go to the line. Jaden McDaniels picks one up. And a new group getting ready for the Timberwolves. Reed's checked in for Rudy Gobert. Clark comes in for McDaniels. Alexander Walker, he's checked in for Edwards. And it's Dante DiVincenzo in for Conley. And right away, Brandon Miller showed that he was a star in the making, Grant.
Yeah, he's a 3-level scorer, B.A. He's very fluid as a player, and he makes the game look so easy. And he hasn't even grown into his body yet.
Now here's Smith, providing this team some offensive stability. A little over 10 points a game. And that one's good. Green.
And now, almost all their points coming from the paint.
Timberwolves trail by 9. DiVincenzo on the wing. He's covered by Curry. Connects from downtown.
Boy, oh boy. Both teams lighting it up to start this game.
Yeah, and I'm sure both coaches would like to see more defensive intensity from their teams.
Now here's Bridges. He's been a big scorer for this offense, averaging around 20 points a game.
Well, he's a bit of an undersized center. However, his leaping ability can certainly mask that.
Pass to Randall. Shoots over Bridges. And again, it's Minnesota converting.
And yeah, Randall is absolutely a threat from in between. Something that D has to recognize and adjust accordingly.
The shot's good.
And they've settled in quickly today. A nice flow and rhythm to their offense.
DiVincenzo against Curry. Randall deciding where to go with it. Shot clock at 5. Takes a 3. Can't get it to drop. And so it's Charlotte up by a healthy 8 points at the end of the period. What has them in front right now? If you're just joining us, we played through one quarter in this one. And a look at how the hustle game has been going for the Hornets.
Well, I'm seeing that their second chance points are exactly what every coach wants to see. Hustling on the offensive glass to convert every possession they can.
You know, they've also been very effective at running the floor. Just a ton of points in the fast break. It's been a big part of their success.
Dante DiVincenzo out there with Anthony Edwards. Then it's Nickeil Alexander-Walker. Then there's Naz Reid. And it's Miller in at the power forward position. That's the 5 to begin the second quarter for the T-Wolves.
At the line for your Timberwolves.
He's off on the first. All right, Grant, which U.S.-born player do you think has the best chance to supplant LeBron as the face of the league?
Oh, man, you're putting me on the spot. Well, the conversation has to be between Jason Tatum, Ja Morant, and Anthony Edwards. They're the best young talent that the U.S. has to offer, and they're only getting better.
Timberwolves trail by 8. Edwards with some muscle.
Well, it might not be fair, but most nights we expect Edwards to put up big scoring numbers. That's what you ask of your stars.
And from the sideline, let's catch up with Allie.
LaMelo Ball is such an instinctive playmaker. Talking about his approach, he said, I'm just making it up. I see someone, I throw it, whatever comes to mind. Brian, the way he sees the game makes him box office attraction.
I like it. It's that new school flair with a game that harkens back to some of the greats. He's special to watch, Allie. LaMelo on the attack. And count it. Now 5 for 7.
His shooting has been fantastic, and this team has leaned on him.
And Chris Finch has called timeout. He's going to talk it over with his guys. And Minnesota making a change here. Garza's checked in. As we approach the playoffs, let's see how the East is looking. You look at Charlotte, their season's basically over, barring some sort of miracle. Grant, the Hornets are a team hoping to end a pretty substantial playoff drought.
Yeah, it's been a long time since they made a buzz in the postseason, but their return could be closer than people think. A few smart moves here or there might be all it takes.
And just about a minute and a half has passed here in the second quarter. For 3, Smith. Hauled in by DiVincenzo. Timberwolves trail by 8. Here's Edwards. Oh, the finish inside by Edwards. Smith with it, providing this team some offensive stability. A little over 10 points a game. Ball outside. And he lobs it up. And Nurkic throws it down.
And the lead increases on a crazy offensive sequence.
Man, the dunk alone would have been incredible, let alone the fact that it came off a pinpoint pass. Outside Edwards. Up and over Smith. And it's good. Off the back of the rim and in. Edwards got 8 points here in the quarter.
Well, when Edwards gets this hot, all an opponent can hope to do is limit the damage.
Ball taking his time here. Here's Smith. To the left side wing. Nurkic passes to Curry. Clock at 6. That three's off the mark. Timberwolves trail by 6. Edwards driving, and Edwards slams it in.
Yeah, doing it with speed and style. Edwards putting on a show at the rim.
Now for those joining us now, we're in the second quarter, about 3 minutes gone by. Smith passes to Nurkic. The kick out, Curry fires from deep. It's rebounded by Minnesota. Last game matched up with the Thunder. Tough loss there.
It's simple. Your defense has to be razor sharp on the road. You really want to take the crowd out of the game. Easier said than done.
Well, on the road, your defense needs to withstand runs from the other side, and that wasn't the case for them.
Count it. Good.
If Smith plays bigger than his size, he's got great bounce, and it helps him make plays there on the inside.
And the shot goes.
Well, what a half he's had. He has completely warped the shape of this game with his hot shooting.
The Hornets with a lead. And it's Charles Lee calling timeout here. He wants to give him a breather and talk things over.
Let's give Coach credit. He's trying to find a way to squeeze the most out of every possession.
Well, that's the job, right? Your duty as a coach is to finesse your lineups so your guys get the best chance to succeed.
for a different look here. Rudy Gobert's checked in for Garza. Julius Randle comes in for Reed. McDaniels is checked in for Alexander Walker. And Conley subbed in for Edwards. A big group substitution here for Charlotte. Mark Williams, he's checked in for Yusuf Nurkic. Bridges comes in for Diabate. Green's checked in for Curry. And Brandon Miller subbed in for LaMelo Ball.
Yeah, great idea there. He set Smith up and let him knock him down.
And Chris Finch calls timeout here. I think right now he must be looking at some adjustments. All right, let's have a look and see who is leading the league in field goal percentages. In the third spot, Rudy Gobert.
He's been fantastic scoring the ball, shooting it at a high clip.
Out to the right wing. Randle inside. He's against Bridges. Randle, good.
Letting Randle get inside with the ball was a bad mistake. His finishing ability got him to the bucket. You know, a reliable veteran like Julius Randle is so valuable. He provides a foundation for everyone else to play off of because they know he'll be there to score and help out. He makes it easier for other players to succeed around him.
And boy, has this been a competitive matchup thus far.
These teams have swapped leads 7 times already, and we're not even in the second half.
Pass to Williams. Screen by Bridges. Miller, the pass to Bridges. And it's all from three-point range.
Defensive breakdown there, and they got lucky. He's not going to miss too many of those.
Here's DiVincenzo. For 3, Randle. Randle with another miss. Smith against Conley. And it's hammered home by Green.
They keep capturing the lead, then giving it back. We'll see if they can hold on to it this time.
Well, this is why the fans are here. Each team trading blows, increasing the entertainment value.
Basket counts.
He's finally started to settle down here in the second quarter. Just needed to work up a sweat.
Smith passes to Miller. And we've got 28 seconds left in the first half.
And now that's a momentum builder for sure. So important in a close game.
Look at his teammates here. They love it. Plays like that going to get them going.
Yes, some guys shrink in big moments, and some rise to the occasion.
Pass to Bridges. Smith outside. Back to Bridges. With 4 on the clock. Can't get the layup. And the first half comes to an end. We've got a close game going here. Hornets out in front, up 1. And we'll be back for the second half following the break. Keep it right here on 2K Sports.
These are Redbird takers from the court. And get ready for the big half-court shot. Drums, please. They're taking it off the side. Let's hear it for the participants.
Good to have you with us. With the season in its latter portion, let's look at the Eastern Conference playoff race.
Taking a look at Charlotte, they're not going to make the playoffs. We knew that. But they did show glimpses of what they could eventually be. Unfortunately, all of that will have to wait the next year.
And now looking at the Hornets, a very close game so far.
Watching them on the offensive end, they did a great job moving that basketball. There's no surprise in those assist totals how they reflect that.
Keeping everyone involved, keeping everyone engaged.
Thanks for tuning in. Now we head back to Brian Anderson for the start of the third quarter.
And we've got second half action for you. Thus far, a pretty evenly contested game. And you know, Anthony Edwards has been really making it happen, guys.
Can they come up with an answer for him coming out of the half? They have to change something defensively.
Yeah, I'd love to see what they drew up in the locker room, because you're right. He's the problem right now.
On the court for the Hornets. Ball and Miller pair up as the backcourt. Miles Bridges is out there with Green. And it's Williams in at the center. The Hornets shooting 54% from the field so far in this one. Pass to Bridges. Ball against Conley. Fires it. Ball no good.
Well, the defense just dared him to take that one. Poor execution on their part, but they got lucky.
Edwards, no problem with the contact.
He's been in total control offensively, and the defense has had no answers.
Charlotte trailing. Miller outside. Outside, Green. Three-pointer. And Miller the bucket on the assist from Green. Green's got 3 assists tonight. Stan, LeBron James is widely regarded as one of the most intelligent players in the league. Who else stands out to you as far as basketball IQ?
Oh, Brian, that's a tough question. There's so many of them. Nikola Jokic, Luka Doncic. There's just so many intelligent guys in this league. Fans that think it's all about athleticism don't understand how intelligent the best players are.
Hey, hangs it midair and converts the double clutch layup. Edwards has got 38 points. First minute and a half of basketball played here in the third quarter. And we've got a timeout called by Charles Lee. And we might see some changes. Coach potentially looking to adjust. We've got a chance here, so let's take a look at the real stats, real scores from the real NBA and the league's stingiest teams. 5th best, Minnesota.
Where this team really makes an impact is on the defensive end. They're a unified front that doesn't make it easy at all to find open looks.
Here's Ball. 11 points in the game. The whistle blows. It's going to be on Anthony Edwards. That's his first foul.
Yeah, he tried to gain position, but couldn't quite get there.
"90 seconds into the second half now. And Bridges, here we go.
Not a great start to the second half, just 1 for 4. Got to find ways to generate better looks here.
Get up, Anthony Edwards!
Yeah, Edwards has some big bounce in his step.
Ooh, a great look there. Brought to you by the AT&T 5G Slam Cam. Hornets trail by 4. Up top Ball, guarded by Edwards.
Putting that pass right in his stride. Didn't have to slow up and was able to complete the play.
Here's Edwards. Yes, great play by Conley to set it up. Conley's got his 4th assist in this one.
Well, Edwards is such a strong player. Skilled at absorbing contact and still finishing.
Green finds Miller. Hits the trifecta. Miller's got 8 points in the quarter.
Hey, whatever coach told him during the break is beginning to pay off.
Edwards, and it's in there. And the Timberwolves lead by 3.
Well, look, it's tough to keep Edwards out of the lane and tough to stop him once he's in there.
A touch over 2.5 minutes of basketball played here in the third quarter. Miller outside. There's Ball with a three. And Charlotte another three.
Back-to-back threes, making their defense work on the perimeter a bit.
Edwards with it. He's picked up by Miller. Edwards can't hit.
Probably should have scored there. He usually does.
Conley against Ball. And that misses. That would have put him up. The Timberwolves have gone 6 of 7 and appearing confident in this half. Edwards for three. On target from range. Edwards got 47 points.
Well, when you have a guy scoring like he is, you redraw every play to be about getting him the ball.
Back to Ball. And he lobs it up top. And Williams punches it home.
Yeah, the instant LaMelo sees the opening, he's moving the ball. He jumps at the chance to feed a wide open guy.
Here's Edwards. Oh, okay.
Oh, my gosh.
Oh, save that for the dunk contest. That flush was so extra.
Whether or not this game is close, he's the same guy. Focused on finishing firm at the rim. Bridges misses.
I know he's on a cold streak, but he can't let that get in his head.
Yeah, they might want to draw something up here to get him something at the rim or get him to the free throw line. Sometimes that's all it takes to snap a cold streak.
And it's hammered home by Green.
I just love the aggressive finish.
I'm thinking he's sending a strong message with that jam. Counted. Randall's got 10 points.
Hey, they're just getting pushed around inside.
Hornets trail by 3. And it's Charles Lee calling timeout here. We might see him looking to make some tweaks to the strategy here. Boy, you got to like what we're seeing from Anthony Edwards.
Well, as a coach, you have to make adjustments to put a stop to all the damage he's doing. The way they've defended him is not cutting.
Timberwolves will go for a different look here. Reed's checked in for Rudy Gobert. Clark comes in for McDaniels. Alexander Walker, he's checked in for Edwards. And it's Dante DiVincenzo in for Conley. A big group substitution here for Charlotte. Diabate's checked in for Williams. Okogie comes in for Green. Smith, he's checked in for Miller. And it's Curry in for Ball. They get it back. Diabate. And there's the slam dunk to finish it off.
And B.A., he takes his rebounding so seriously.
This dude is such a grinder. His teammates appreciate the effort. Just goes all out on the glass.
Well, he gets paid to be a factor on the glass. That's a nice dunk to finish it off.
And it's amazing. Neither team has been able to hold the lead for any length of time.
Yeah, these guys are leaving it all on the floor tonight.
Here's Randall. Got it. Good job in the low post. 12 points for him.
Well, he can beat you in a lot of ways. Very challenging to defend.
The Hornets have gone 50% from the field in the third quarter. 8 of 16. Three-pointer Bridges sinks it from distance.
They are unconscious from outside. And so far, the defense has had no answer.
Look, when the three is falling like this, there's not a whole lot you can do defensively.
And Chris Finch has called timeout. He wants to review the game plan.
Attention team. Now on the court is your high squad. Get down and let them hear it. Who wants a t-shirt?
And here's Randall. He'll bring it up for the Minnesota Timberwolves. 2-point game. The three is up. And scoring. That now makes him 7 for 11 in this game.
Yeah, a shot that Randall has added to his repertoire. Shooting the three with confidence now.
And there's Bridges. That's good. On the assist by Smith. Smith's got 3 assists now in this one. Randall against Bridges. It falls again. He's now 8 for 12 from the floor.
Yeah, and anytime there's contact in there with Randall, he usually gets the best of it.
Charlotte has got 4 of 8 attempts to fall from deep here in the third quarter. Here's Bridges. Oh, the big dunk right over Julius Randle.
Oh, man, he got fancy with that finish.
He may be trying to provide the spark they need to break this one open. And he gets that one.
When it's this close, every bucket matters. You need good looks.
Curry from deep three-point land. Oh, he got it up in time, but it wouldn't fall for him. Anthony Edwards has been on display for the Timberwolves. Over 40 points tonight and making it look easy. We'll be right back with you shortly. Three tense quarters behind us. One more to go. Thanks for being with us as we get ready for the fourth. Here's Ball. Naz Reid out there with Joe Ingles. Then there's Anthony Edwards. Then it's Dante DiVincenzo. And it's Alexander Walker in at the 3. So that's the Timberwolves 5. Minnesota in the lead. Pass to Edwards. The 3 ball. Another bucket. Wow.
That's 52 points for him.
Making it all look too easy right now. Ball outside. Smith with it. Nurkic a screen on Edwards. The 3, Smith. Reid with the rebound. Minnesota leading by 4. Ingles with it. It's Edwards on the wing. Oh, another one falls. Oh, he's been absolutely ridiculous in this game.
The BA, it feels like he can't miss.
The 3, Smith. They get it back. Fires the 3. And it's good. Assisting on the play was Curry.
A dead-eye shooter, Nick Smith, is great from three-point land. That might be his biggest asset to this team.
Good on the shot. And the Timberwolves lead by 6.
It's winning time, and that's a winning play.
To the left wing. Here's Diabate. Oh, a rim-rattling two-handed jam.
They have a never-give-up attitude.
Yeah, and as a coach, you love having a team like this. They've got 0 quitters.
Edwards, that's good.
Well, they wouldn't be in the position they're in without his contribution. He has tormented this defense tonight.
Pass the ball. On the wing, Curry. There's the 3. The rebound by Ingles.
Still looking for his first make, and they could really use the help right now.
Minnesota leading by 6. And here's Edwards outside. Again! What an avalanche! 60 points. This guy can't be stopped right now.
They've had no answer for him in this one.
Lets it go from deep. Hauled in by DiVincenzo.
At this point, I'm not sure if it's the play calling or the player himself.
And Chris Finch calls timeout here. He clearly wants to talk it over and make sure everyone is focused. And a new group getting ready for the Timberwolves. Gobert's checked in for Reid. Julius Randle comes in for Ingles. McDaniels is checked in for Alexander Walker. And Mike Conley is subbed in for DiVincenzo. And again, again.
Oh, what a performance. Arguably the best in franchise history.
He's tied the franchise mark for most points in a game. The next basket breaks it. Here's Bridges, and it's Bridges with the jam.
The playmaking ability of Ball. So crafty and skilled at finding his guys.
Here's Edwards, and another one.
Never in the history of the franchise have we seen a game like this. He's putting on a remarkable performance.
It's their all-time single-game scoring record. Their fans will be reliving this game for a long time. The reverse, and he lays it in. You were there, Stan, in Miami at the inception of Heat culture. Give us a taste of it.
Well, it's a little bit overblown in one way, in that everyone basically wants people who work hard and get in shape and compete. The difference maybe with the Heat is they just have a lower tolerance for players who don't meet their standards.
Edwards. Oh, he packs it down.
That is incredible. Among the best athletes in this league, Anthony Edwards taking flight.
Hornets trail by 13. Here's Ball, and it's Gobert with a rebound. Gobert's got 6 rebounds in the game. Here's Edwards. Another one falls. Amazing.
And that's 70.
He is unconscious.
Well, look, you can't let Edwards get this close to the rim because he will dunk it on you.
Drains the triple.
Well, it's a three-point shooting league. Guys like him are so important for spacing.
And Edwards, here we go. Good! That's another bucket.
What a game from him. 72 points.
And he's been simply sensational throughout this one. And Ball throws it down.
You know, when everything's clicking, Ball can steal the show. And we're seeing it right here.
Pass to McDaniels.
And what a moment it is for him and this fan base. Setting the scoring record for a game, he deserves to soak it all in.
So many great players have donned this jersey, but yet it's his name at the top of the list. And here's Charlotte now. Steps back. Outside for Green. No good on the triple. And Chris Finch calls timeout here. No doubt he's going to utilize the opportunity to make sure they're all on the same page here. Minnesota leading by 12. Randall left side. Here's Edwards. And yes, another basket.
Unreal. He's got the 4th most points ever in an NBA game. This man is on another planet.
I mean, what can you say? One of the all-time great individual performances in league history.
Honestly, guys, I don't know how you stop him. He's in the mid-70s scoring-wise. Wilt's 78, Kobe's 81, and then Wilt's 100 are the only higher-scoring games ever. And they had an advantage tonight. Came out sharp and did what was needed. Nice win here for the Timberwolves.
And the huge difference today, the efficiency from beyond the arc.
Yeah, once they started hitting shots, it stretched out the D and opened up the entire offense.
And certainly a point of pride. They've now won 50 games this year.
And they didn't deviate from their game plan against this team. It's what helped them win their first 2 games against them. Add another one to the win tally for them.
And as it was happening, as it was building, you knew this was a monster game for Anthony Edwards.
Well, he was the reliable option for...
Oh, connects again!
He has been simply unstoppable.
And he's now 3rd all-time for points in a game. 1 for the ages.
Well, he's cleared Wilt Chamberlain's 78 points. Next up is Kobe's 81. Either way, he is having a night to remember. The vision is elite. LaMelo finds his man for the bucket, and a great feed by the youngster.
So we see the Timberwolves taking the W here. Even early on in this game, they appeared happy to be playing at home.
And it makes a huge difference. Once they started to get into a groove, you never really felt like they wouldn't come out on top.
All right, Allie's ready to go. She's courtside. Hey, Allie. All right, Allie, thank you. Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. Alongside Stan Van Gundy.
But we'll see how it goes. Hope I can stop me, be my own.
She see the G in me. I suppose. And I know she want us.
Welcome to an all-new episode of NBA 2K TV.
It's time to vote for your top play of...
But no matter what, I won't quit.
Thanks for tuning in this Wednesday. 2K Sports presents the NBA. Kevin Harlan here, joined by our analyst Greg Anthony and Hall of Famer Doris Burke. Plus, reporting from the sidelines, another Hall of Famer, David Aldridge. And now the opening lineup for Boston. White in at shooting guard, with Brown playing small forward. The post pair, Tatum and Porzingis. And it's Holiday in at the 5. And for Boston, we've got Sharp, Oubre out there with Aldridge. Then there's Andrew Nembhard. And it's Lillard in at the point. Here we go. So Boston wins the tip. Now here is Holiday. Outside Tatum. The wide open look here for Porzingis. Good, and it's Tatum picking up the assist. Porzingis has got the game going with his first points of the game for Boston. And when Porzingis goes to work inside, Doris, there are not a lot of answers for his size.
We know, Kevin, obviously, that post-ups become less and less a part of the game, but still an important one.
And it's White missing. Pass to Sharp. Three-pointer, Lillard. Lillard again missing. Holiday left side. With the putback. And Holiday is right there.
Hard work and soft hands. Guys, that's what made that play possible.
No simple offensive rebound there. Going for the tip-in. Now, here's Lillard. Yes, that goes in. Lillard's got 5 now.
That first step of Lillard, deadly.
And here's Holiday, who will bring it up for Boston. shoots from 12. It's rebounded by Aldridge. And here's Boston. Here's Sharp. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
Yeah, going hard to the rack, making a statement here early on.
And this is why you get the ball into his hands. Let him establish the pace and rhythm of the game.
Here's White. After the basket by Boston. Holiday sets the pick for White. There's the triple. They get the rebound. The shot by Holiday, no good. Holiday's gotten just one of his 4 attempts from the floor tonight. Oubre bounce pass. Here's Lillard. Good. He has 7.
Aggressive move by Lillard, attacking the heart of that defense.
Lillard's gone 3 of 5 shooting from the floor. Outside Holiday. It's up a 3. Boston again missing.
Nothing seems to be going his way this quarter.
Well, not at the offensive end, certainly. He cannot buy a bucket right now. That almost looked like bad communication. You hate to see that kind of mistake.
Eric Gordon, he's checked in for Boston. Here's White. Here's Holiday. Now about 3 minutes gone in the first quarter. Tatum looking around. It's good. He makes his first shot of the game.
Well, there's a mix of strength and agility that Jason Tatum is taking advantage of. Nice work in there.
And Darko Rajakovic calls timeout. Wants to regroup and go over the strategy. Boston making a switch here. Pritchard's checked in. And Darko Rajakovic calls timeout. This will give him a chance to discuss some potential alterations. 1:58 left to play in the first quarter. And the timeout called by Darko Rajakovic. He wants to make some adjustments to the game plan, clearly. And here's Boston. That's a 2 from Lillard. And the shot no good, a bit short.
You can't look at the result of that shot. They'll take that whenever they get it.
And they should, because it's when you start turning down that kind of look that your offense can start to bog down a bit.
Now here's Gordon. And that one drops.
Oh, good recognition by Aldridge. Such a skilled big. The pass was great.
Boston trailing. Brown outside. 1:16 left to play in the first. Rebound, Boston. Lillard with it. He's got 7. That's in, and that's his 4th basket of the night. He's taken 7 shots, a solid 57%.
And there's an edge to Lillard's game. He's fearless, and you can see it when he's finishing in traffic.
Crown's shot is good.
And they've scored several times already here in the first quarter on the inside.
Lillard outside. And they call the foul, so a chance at the line for one more coming up.
Wow, the skill of Lillard to get his shot through while getting the whistle.
Hey, GA, how about Damian Lillard's time in Portland? 11 magnificent years.
I mean, Kevin, arguably the best trailblazer of all time. Rookie of the year, then 7 All-Star appearances. Dame will always be a legend in the Rose City.
Here's what Boston's going with right now. Nikola Jovic is checked in for Sharp. Martin comes in for Aldridge. Oubre's checked in for Eric Gordon. And Scoot Henderson subbed in for Andrew Nembhard. Lillard no good on the free throw.
Hey, Lillard has all the talent in the world, but man, this guy is a great leader. Lots of charisma, and he holds his teammates accountable. Yeah, there it is again. On a lot of their possessions this first half, they've established great inside position.
Out of bounds, Boston takes possession.
Away team ball.
Gordon checked in for Lillard.
Number 23, Eric Gordon.
We've got 28 seconds left in the first quarter. Henderson pulls it in. Martin finds Gordon. Corner shot. Rebound, Boston.
And if that's the best look you can get on a possession, what a waste of a trip down the floor.
Well, missed opportunities, and they can certainly add up. You cannot afford to take that kind of shot.
No good. A nice first quarter of play. We've seen plenty of offense so far. Boston leads by 2. After this break, we'll be back with the start of the second quarter on 2K Sports. And getting going again here in the second quarter. Fairly close game so far. And let's take a moment here to get your guys' take on scoring so far for Boston.
People say the mid-range shot is dying, but so far in this one, that has not been the case for this team.
And the other thing I love, how they're making the extra pass. They're not settling for the first shot. They're going from good to great.
We've got Scoot Henderson, Caleb Martin out there with Oubre. Then there's Gordon, and it's Jovic in at the center position. That's the Boston 5. Tatum, and Tatum hammers it home.
I love that Jason Tatum not settling for a jumper. He goes to the rim with authority.
Outside Gordon. No good off the front iron.
Listen, he can make that shot right there, but I do know they have other options they can go to.
Hauser misses. And it's Gordon with the ball. He brings it up for Boston. Second quarter of basketball, about 1 minute played so far. Here's Pritchard. No scoring in this one. Pass to Hauser. Three-pointer. That's basket number 2 with his third shot off to a fast 2 for 3.
How can you forget about him? I mean, he's not going to miss that open of a look.
Here's Henderson. The shot from the low post is good. Henderson's got 4 points in the quarter.
A little like Donovan Mitchell there. Henderson makes some really tough shots in traffic.
Here's Pritchard. His three-pointers off the mark. And that's out of bounds. Boston will retain possession.
Better to be lucky than good. That pass was just deflected and not stolen. Dodged a bullet there.
Boston making a switch here. Lowry's checked in. Henderson looking it over. Down it goes for his third basket in as many tries.
And guys, they continue to put a lot of pressure on the interior defenders with their work down low.
And 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact. You know, Doris, from the moment Jason Tatum entered the NBA, he has been the guy on his team. How big a burden do you think that is for a player to carry?
Well, Jason Tatum, regardless of how much responsibility he has always worn it gracefully. This young man, from the time he was a little kid in St. Louis, has dreamed of leading an NBA team. He is doing exactly that.
Sharps checked in for Boston. Aldridge comes in for Caleb Martin. Here's Lowry. Blanketed by the D. He fights to the rim for the layup. Lowry's got the lead up to 4 now for Boston. And for those of you just joining us, we're almost 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. The shot by Holiday, no good. And the timeout called by Darko Rajakovic. Looking for a breather and maybe just 1 or 2 things to talk about. changes for Boston. Andrew Nembhard's checked in for Lowry. And Lillard subbed in for Henderson. Jaylen Brown's checked in for the Celtics. Derek White comes in for Pritchard. Boston leading by 4. Left side, Gordon. Off the left rim and out.
Listen, that's a shot he can make, but obviously the defense okay letting him shoot it.
Outside Tatum. There's Tatum's range on display.
Boy, that jumper is as pure as it gets. Jason Tatum off a pass from his teammate makes easy work of it.
Lillard attacking. That ball is good for another field goal. His 6th. He is 6 for 9 on the stat sheet.
This guy can do so much for you on the offensive end, and that is why his number gets called time and time again.
Pass to White. Lets the 3 fly. It's hauled in by LaMarcus Aldridge. And so Aldridge will bring it up for Boston. It's a 3-point game. Now here's Gordon. Bounce pass from Sharp. Lillard from outside. And another one in the scoring column for him. He's 7 of 10 from the field.
Sticking it from the corner. You got to know where Lillard is at all times.
And here's White. At the elbow, it's Brown. To the paint, here's Holiday. The shot's good. Brown making the play. Holiday's got his second basket.
A really smart player. Holiday can find the spaces inside and exploit them for points.
Here's Lillard. Got it. Good job in the low post. Lillard's got 7 points for the quarter.
Well, he's been shooting it so well because he's been so active, moving and working to get high percentage shots.
Boston trails by 6. Tatum on the wing. Here's the 3. They grabbed their own miss. The shot by Holiday, no good.
Unbelievable. He blew that. Look, guys, no clue what went wrong there.
Here's Gordon. Some solid defense from Brown. So it's the Celtics now. 5-second differential between the shot clock and the game clock. Inside. And the dunk by Porzingis.
Just fundamental basketball from Kristaps Porzingis. Establish yourself inside and finish with the jam.
Lillard against Holiday. This one for 3. And it's Damian Lillard with the 3. Lillard's got the lead up to 7 now for Boston.
Boy, he's been unconscious this quarter. I love the confidence he's playing with.
Here's White. And that does it for the first half of play. Boston on top, up by 7. We've got more hoops coming your way in just a moment.
26.
Played through the first half. Plenty of basketball, though, left in this one. Really an incredible game from Lillard.
And if he can keep shooting from deep like he did in the first half, he's going to be more than a handful.
What I love is they've continued to feed this guy. Ride the hot hand until the defense does something about it.
And we hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. We're halfway through the game. On the floor for Boston. Holiday in the backcourt. To his side is White. And in the front court, Brown and Tatum. And it's Porzingis in at the 5.
Some nights, Lillard can just keep going and going.
Here's Holiday. And he makes good on the layup. Holiday's got 6.
And that tells the tale here today, guys. Throughout this game, they've been able to get the ball in tight and finish.
And we all hear talk about Drew Holiday's defense, but you know, Doris, he is much more than that. You've said it countless times.
Kevin, this is a guy who's a tremendous rebounder for a guard, a very willing playmaker. He can carry a scoring burden if you need him to, but he's also willing to take a very limited number of shots. It's all about the team with him.
Over in the corner, White. And shot on the way. Again, the Celtics good for 2.
You can't just stop when there's a pick set up. Gotta fight over it as a defender.
You know exactly what that takes. It takes energy, it takes activity, it takes intensity.
And the timeout called by Darko Rajakovic. He wants to talk to his guys. Half of basketball, just over a minute played so far. Here's Lillard, and he drops in the layup off the glass. Lillard's got 6 points in the quarter.
Terrific play call to give him a clean look at the rim. That's how you want to start the second half.
Well, there is nothing better than catching a rhythm as early as possible. And boy, that's a terrific start right there.
And that's a little lack of fight at the defensive end.
Absolutely. At least on that slam, you're right. That's one way to let a team back in the game.
Right. You could see on that possession, one side playing with a little desperation, the other side losing focus.
Porzingis, and the dunk by Porzingis.
Yeah, he just punched the ticket on that one. That'll get the job done.
Powerful two-hand jam. Here's Lillard, and he gets it to go, hitting off the back of the rim. Lillard's got 29 in the game.
Every defender's nightmare when playing this team. Lillard just with better offense.
Back to Holiday. Here's Tatum. Rebound, Boston.
He really made that shot harder than it needed to be, and coach is not happy with that choice.
Here's Lillard, and contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
Yeah, you never want to foul Dame in the act. He's almost automatic from the line.
At the line for your home team,
and he can't get the first one. Pritchard, he's checked in for Boston. He hits the second from the line. Second half of play with just under 2.5 minutes gone. Tatum wide open, he fires one. Drills it from outside. Tatum's got 11.
That's Tatum's size and high release point. He's able to get that three-point shot off against virtually anybody.
Lillard, right side, sinks that one from the post. Lillard's got 11 in the second half.
You know, they barely needed other contributions. This lead has been built through his offense.
Outside Holiday. Down low, here's Porzingis. Damian Lillard grabs the loose ball. Boston leading by 7. Missed inside. Celtics on offense. Holiday, the pass to Porzingis. And the dunk by Porzingis.
Knowing it's his responsibility to find open teammates. Holiday, nice job setting the table there.
Bounce pass, Nembhard. And it's Sharp missing. Boston trails by 5. And here's Tatum for 3. Nembhard grabs the board. Lillard outside. Fires from deep. The rebound by Jason Tatum. Tatum's got 4 rebounds in this game. Brown outside. Takes the 3. And Boston with the rebound. Sharp's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. That's a 2 from Lillard. And good. Got the friendly bounce off the right side of the rim. 34 points for Lillard.
And the defense knew they messed up there. Can't allow Dave to get his feet set.
Pass to Brown. Beyond the arc. Boston again missing. Boston leading by 7. Oubre on the wing. And here is Aldridge. Now Lillard. And the shot goes in. Lillard's got 36.
Well, everyone's seeking those high percentage looks in the restricted area. Nicely done there.
Here's Tatum. Good on the 13-footer.
Well, it doesn't get much easier than that. Even a decent shooter is going to make that with no pressure.
Well, it's been an exciting game. Plenty of offense as we head to the 4th quarter. Boston leads by 7. We're going to step aside for just a second, but join us right back here for the start of the 4th quarter. Next. And how about a look now at our assist of the game? Brought to you by State Farm.
And definitely deserving of the prize tonight. How about the read he made here? Looking like a point guard. Put the pass right on the money.
He's got the size to survey over the top of the defense and find the open man. That was beautiful.
Fourth quarter of action is upon us. Thanks as always for joining us. They've got Lowry. Gordon out there with Caleb Martin. Then there's Scoot Henderson. And it's Jovic in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. That's the Boston 5. And Darko Rajakovic calls timeout. And he wants to see some changes out there right away and right now.
Fans, please give a big round of applause for your dance team.
The latest now from our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David, it's all yours. Take it away.
Thanks, guys. Got a chance to listen in on Darko Rajakovic during the huddle. He demanded something of his guys. He said, I'm not satisfied yet. Are you? You've worked hard, but you need to keep piling it on. Don't give them any hope, guys.
Thanks, David. But Trey Hauser misses. Boston leading by 4. Martin with it, and it's Horford picking him up. And it's Martin missing.
And I'm not sure that is a shot that he should be taking.
Well, it's hard to imagine that the play was designed to go in that direction. Boy, I'd be surprised if we see that again.
Tatum against Martin. 6 to shoot. Tatum gets the bucket.
When you allow Jason Tatum to build momentum offensively, it can be a scary night.
Here's Lowry. Nice concentration to hit the double clutch layup.
Yeah, and right when you thought that shot was leaving his hands, he reinvents it.
Now here's Tatum. Horford sets a screen for Tatum. Off target with his 3.
And I thought that was going to drop. It looked good from here.
And the timeout called by Darko Rajakovic. There was no hesitating. He wants to talk to the team right now. LaMarcus Aldridge is checked in for Boston. Drew Holiday is checked in for the Celtics.
Substitution on the court.
Boston leading by 4. About a minute and a half into the fourth quarter now.
And taking a technical there is the last thing you want to do. The opposite of smart basketball.
And a chance for just a second now to check out the scoring breakdown for Boston.
They're still slashing and attacking the rim, and the defense yet to make the adjustment and keep the ball in front.
And the other thing, guys, credit their game plan. They've been getting the looks they want, and they are executing at a high level.
Damian Lillard, he's checked in for Scoot Henderson. The 3 from Tatum. Boston again missing.
When you're not in rhythm with the 3 ball, why do you keep firing from there?
Now here's Lillard. Tight defense on him. No good that time. And pushing it up, here's Boston. To tie it up. Cranes the three-pointer. Hauser's got it all tied up now for the Celtics.
And they have been relentless from deep. And you see the defense trying to react, but to no avail.
Well, that's the whole point, isn't it? If you space the floor well enough, it's almost impossible for the defense to account for everyone.
And that one's good. Lillard.
Man, that jumper on balance and on point. Lillard working over that medium range area.
And so Joe Mazzulla calls for the timeout. Wants to make sure everybody's coordinated and intent. Here's White. Takes it inside. And Boston with the rebound. Their biggest lead of the game was 9. Lillard bounce pass. Martin with it. Now guarded by Porzingis. Martin with the bucket.
How about the assist coming off the deck? What a pretty bounce pass.
Boston trails by 4. To the middle. Here's Porzingis. And the dunk by Porzingis.
Embrace the spotlight, KP. Delivery in a big moment for Porzingis.
Holiday against Lillard. Chalk up 2 there. Lillard's got 40 points.
Proof positive that Lillard is working. That's talent you can build a franchise around.
Tatum passes to Porzingis. And it's Kyle Lowry with the rebound. And so Lowry will bring it up for Boston. They lead by 4. Nice ball movement by Boston. Lillard. He claims that one off the back iron, and down it falls. Lillard's got 42 in the game. And Tatum puts up a deep 3. The quick look, no good that time.
If you want to cut into a lead, you have got to trust your teammates and move the ball.
Here's Gordon. A rebound by Holiday. Holiday's got his 6th rebound on the night. And a fast break now for the Celtics. And the shot goes in from Kristaps Porzingis.
Oh, you love the aggressiveness and the swagger that Porzingis has to take that shot. Such a clutch play from the Latvian.
Here's Lillard. And a little luck that time, but it drops. Lillard's got 44.
His team is in a tight spot, but Lillard keeps his cool, totally focused on getting them what they need.
And the dunk by Tatum.
Well, Jason Tatum in a big moment, he is unafraid.
And now they decide to foul intentionally. Boston making some changes. Aaron Sharp, he's checked in for Caleb Martin. Oubre comes in for Gordon. And Andrew Nembhard's subbed in for Kyle Lowry. And Lillard gets double teamed. And the ball's tied up, so we'll have a jump ball.
Neutral players.
The kick out to Aldridge. Pass to Lillard. Launches a 3. And it's White with the rebound.
And looking for a very quick shot here.
You've got to run a play that's a quick strike. You've got to immediately foul after that.
So much riding on that shot. What a bucket.
I'll tell you, that changes things, doesn't it? Good job, young fella. What a game.
First free throw missing for him. We'll see if he can nail the second. And the second of two is good. That makes it a 3-point lead. And so Joe Mazzulla calls for the timeout. This is a huge moment, folks, in this game. And he wants to be prepared.
Now the court is your high squad. Get loud and let them hear it. It's T-shirt time, everybody. Who wants ball?
Here's White, finding the lane. Count it!
Off the dribble drive slash. Derek White, boy, I'll tell you what, taking no prisoners on that finish.
And they had a foul to give, but you want to use it on the ground.
Personal foul. 13 foul. At the line for two. J-Ron Shaka.
And that hurts as he doesn't get the first one to fall. Trying to focus now on the seconds. So he can't get either to fall. It's White on the wing. Here's Tatum. Got it!
And that's right where they wanted to go with the ball in rhythm.
And so it's Boston scraping by with the win. They break the hearts of every fan in the building with a dramatic late victory.
And Kevin, this is the kind of win you have to take a ton of pride in. I mean, they battled with everything they had and came through when the pressure was at its highest.
Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. For Greg Anthony, Doris Burke, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for tuning in. And now, our player of the game, Jason Tatum.
From everyone here at 2K, thanks for joining us. We've got a Wednesday afternoon edition of the NBA for you. In this game, we'll see New York against Boston. This is Brian Anderson. With me, Richard Jefferson and Grant Hill. And reporting courtside, it's Allie LaForce. Now, New York starting five. Inside, we'll see Anunoby and Randall. Mikal Bridges is out there with Jalen Brunson. And it's Hart in at the three. And for Boston, Kelly Oubre out there with LaMarcus Aldridge. Then there's Sharp, then there's Damian Lillard, and it's Nembhard in at the shooting guard position.
Here we go.
And it's the Knicks to start out. Brunson against Lillard. Now here's Brunson, guarded closely. Nice start for him, sinking his first shot.
Now, he may only be 6'1", but Brunson plays much bigger than that. I mean, he plays with a physicality.
Lillard into the lane.
What a finish. I mean, he just took over himself.
What a show of power right there from the point guard. Man, sweet.
A point guard getting up like that? Boy, that is special.
In his comfort zone, 2 for 2 to start this one.
Inside, Lillard can deliver. He's a skilled finisher.
Well, Grant, there are few players in the league who can attack a defense from the logo, but Lillard is one of them.
Yeah, and he makes it look so easy. You have to pick him up the half-court line, and it's been that way for about a decade.
Bridges with it. Outside Hart. Up top, Anunoby. Boston pulls it in. Lillard with the ball. And Bridges picks him up defensively. Pulls it. And it's Brunson with the rebound. It's Hart on the wing. He's covered by Aldridge. Offensive board. Randall. Good D by Sharp. Pass to Nembhard. Three-pointer. Knocks down the triple.
Hey, good to get him going right away. I mean, those are the shots that really boost confidence.
It makes a difference for them if he can establish his three-point shot as a weapon.
That's how you up the ante. Come right back at him.
Yeah, I love the competitive fire right there. You drain a triple on us, and I'm coming for my revenge.
Now here's Lillard. Basket's good. Lillard's got 6 points.
Nice little adjustment by Lillard to get off the shot. He's a craftsman for sure.
Here's Brunson. Cans it with nobody near him. And Darko Rajakovic has called a timeout. He's going to gather the troops and talk it over. Well, I don't think anyone predicted that Jalen Brunson would become the player he is today, Grant.
Yeah, that's for sure, B.A. Or he definitely wouldn't have been a second-round pick. He's a hard worker, a competitor, and an elite offensive player.
Boston making a switch here. Gordon's checked in. Mitchell Robinson, he's checked in for New York. Anunoby on the wing. Off target with the three. Boston leading by 4. Lillard right side. Hey, in 6 attempts, he's made 5. Talk about efficiency.
Come on, man. Did you see? I mean, just using his strong frame to absorb the contact and still able to finish? Wow.
Randall can't hit. So it's Boston now. And they've been producing at a high level.
No question. They're in a nice rhythm offensively.
New York trails by 6. Bridges passes to Randall. That shot off. Good D by Aldridge. Boston on offense. Lillard right side. And yep, it's good. He's got 12.
Yeah, Lillard is relentless on offense tonight, getting bucket after bucket for his team.
Pass to Bridges. Sharp grabs the miss. Boston on offense. They're on a 15-5 run. For 3, here's Lillard. The basket is good. Off the setup from Aldridge.
They've shown so much energy right from the start, particularly on the offensive end.
They came out swinging, really setting the tone on offense, and the opposition has not been able to respond.
Now here's Brunson. 7 points in the game. Randall a screen on Lillard. Shoots. New York again can't hit. Boston leading by 11. Score that basket. His 8th out of 9 shots here today.
So far, they're owning both ends of the floor. We'll see if they can keep this going.
They came out and bum rushed them. Huge difference in activity level from both teams tonight.
And play stops. A whistle there on what looks like an illegal screen.
You can get away with one once in a while, but it looked like he wasn't completely set on that pick.
You gotta blow the whistle when it's that obvious. Great call there by the official.
New York making a switch here. Achua's checked in for Julius Randle. Hart comes in for Anunoby. DiVincenzo, he's checked in for Mikal Bridges. And Payne is subbed in for Jalen Brunson. Here's Payne. And he converts the layup.
That's what speed and agility will do for you. Big time play.
Gordon outside. It'll count. No good on the buzzer beater. And so it's Boston in command with a 13-point lead at the end of the quarter. Their defensive efforts have paid off, effectively shutting down the opposing offense. More NBA on 2K Sports right after this. And so far through one quarter, it's been a lopsided game. We'll see if that changes here in the second. And for Boston guys, what jumps out to you stat-wise?
Well, they've used the fast break well to score easy points and keep the defense unsettled.
In this league, it is so hard scoring in the half court, so you have to run every time you get the opportunity.
And Darko Rajakovic has called a timeout. He wants a few moments to regroup with his players.
Yeah, Coach no doubt wants to use this timeout to review the matchups and maybe make some adjustments as well.
I'm sure all of the above is in order, and you can never be too content.
And Darko Rajakovic has called a timeout. A moment to rest and confer on the game plan.
Who wants a free t-shirt? Our Sixers team looking for the loudest fans. Let us hear ya.
Unable to get the ball in bounds, and they got called for a 5-second violation. Outside Payne. Achua with a screen on Henderson. Payne drives. Banked it in off the glass.
Love how selfless he is setting brick screens like this. Plays like that right there are what help create easy scoring opportunities.
So on the floor for New York, Precious Achua is out there with Josh Hart. Then it's Dante DiVincenzo. Then there's Mitchell Robinson. And it's Payne in at the 1. Now here's Payne. From the arc. It's hauled in by Oubre. Boston leading by 11. Martin, the pass to Jovic. First shot won't go. And so it's Hart with it. He brings it up for New York. Outside Achua. Oh, he tries a 3. The putback. Oh, he hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
I always love the hard work on the glass. Just great activity.
And it's going to be out of bounds. Boston will have another go. They're going to turn it over. They couldn't get it inbounds in time.
The ball goes to the away team.
Second quarter, and we're just over a minute in. And here's Payne outside. Boston pulls it in. The biggest lead of the game, 15 points. Martin, the pass to Jovic. Knocks down the long J. Jovic has gotten himself going with a triple, his first basket of the game. Pass to Achua. Fires the 3. Counted from distance.
Man, this is just fun. These teams are trading threes back and forth.
This is today's NBA. Hey, we see this kind of exchange more often than not.
And there's Oubre. That one's good on the assist by Gordon. And Boston leads by 11. 2 minutes now played in the second quarter. Up top, Robinson. Back to Payne. Jacks up at 3. Rebounded by Jovic. Boston leading by 11. Here's Martin. And again, Boston with the triple.
When he gets a quality look like this at the perimeter, he can almost be automatic.
Pass to Achua. Outside Robinson. Down low. Here's DiVincenzo. Gordon pulls it in. Inside. Shot's good by Henderson. Henderson's got his first bucket in this one.
And athleticism on display there by Henderson. Just an acrobatic move to finish the play.
And we'll have a timeout called by Tom Thibodeau. Coach wants to speak to his guys, maybe alter some of the game plan. So Boston going with almost an entirely new group here. Sharp, he's checked in for Jovic. Aldridge comes in for Martin. Nembhard, he's checked in for Oubre. And Damian Lillard subbed in for Henderson. So New York going with almost an entirely new group here. Randall, he's checked in for Robinson. Anunoby comes in for Hart. Bridges, he's checked in for DiVincenzo. And it's Jalen Brunson in for Payne. Boston leading by 16. Nembhard outside. Over Randall. Not enough on that one as it misses.
You got to move past that one. I mean, they'd want him to take that again.
Yeah, it's a great look for him. One they'll try and manufacture again. Those are the shots you want him to take.
Well, Richard, he's the Iron Man of the NBA right now. Mikal Bridges takes pride in being available on a nightly basis.
We've all heard it before. The best ability is availability. And Bridges does whatever it takes to not miss games. More teams need to take this mindset.
And he knocks down the first one.
I consider Mikal Bridges a high motor player. He's always ready to turn up his energy if he thinks it will help him get the better of him.
Josh Hart's checked in for Achua. So he gets them both. Boston leading by 14. Lillard right side. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Lillard's got 19 points.
And just not letting up at all. I mean, you have to love this approach. You want to get the ball to the guys who make plays.
This is when good players really get after it. He can sense that they're reeling, and he's going to put his foot on the pedal.
So it's Boston now. Here's Lillard. Oh, not wasting any time and taking the shot and hitting it. 21 points in the game.
I love how tricky Dame can be. He uses a pull-up J to catch the defender totally off balance.
Hart from long range drops in the three.
When he has that much space, he's a pretty good bet to nail the three.
Here's Lillard. And he got the whistle on the way up. So he'll be headed to the line for a pair.
Yeah, inside Lillard is just so scrappy, turning aggressive defense into a foul while shooting.
All right, a look at how the points have been generated so far. A scoring breakdown for Boston.
They've really been dialed in from deep. This is a team that has a ton of confidence in their outside shooting ability.
Another area where they've excelled has been pushing it on the break. They're really getting after it.
And he can't get the second one to drop either. Coming up empty that time.
Normally he sinks all of his free throws. The defense got lucky there.
Kept alive. And Anunoby for three. Can't hit that one. Boston leading by 13. And here's Lillard from beyond the arc. And Anunoby pulls it down. There's 38 seconds left in the second. Bridges finds Randall. Hart from long range. Yes. And a nice assist from Brunson. Hart's got 6 in the quarter.
Brunson with a sixth sense. I mean, always knows where his teammates are.
Brunson against Lillard. And he'll draw the foul. He'll head to the line for 2. Jalen Brunson picks one up.
Hey, if you can't block it, sending him to the line can be the next best thing.
Boston shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw attempts of the game. And he can't get the first one. Boston making a switch here. He's off on the second. Pass to Sharp. Oubre with it. For 3, here's Lillard. Lillard can't get that one to fall. Outside Brunson. Over Lillard. Jalen Brunson, a terrific move and the bucket. Brunson's got 11 points. And so it's Boston finishing the quarter with an 8-point lead. Getting lots of great looks. Shooting it well. That's why they're up. Back to the game after this break. Happy you could join us. We've got 2 quarters left to go in regulation. What a game we're seeing from Damian Lillard.
He always wants to be a go-to guy for them. I'm sure he'll be calling for the ball even.
Aldridge out there with Sharp. Then there's Damian Lillard. Then there's Kelly Oubre. And it's Nembhard in at the 2. That's the group starting the second half for Darko Rajakovic. And New York has possession. Following the bucket by Boston. Bridges on the attack. The layup misses. Boston leading by 10. Here's Lillard. Oh, tough shot, Lillard.
You know, you just love to start the second half this way. What a play call.
I agree with this. Try to jump on him, dictate the tempo, and seize the moment.
And that one's good for Brunson.
You're going in amongst the trees. Remarkable poise there inside.
Here's Lillard. Lillard converting inside.
A great move. I mean, the defense has no response.
Yeah, taking it right to the rim. One imagines that might be discussed at halftime. That's going to be on the film.
Brunson misses. And a chance to add to the lead here.
Yeah, B.A., they should really stick with what they've been doing.
And Oubre gets it to go.
The bounce pass right on the money. Great setup.
Third quarter of basketball. We're about a minute and a half in. Bridges, right side. The kick out to Brunson. Fantastic work down low from the crafty Brunson.
Timeout. And man, you gotta appreciate how efficient Brunson is. I mean, he takes and makes high percentage shots.
And timeout called by Darko Rajakovic. He wants to make sure everybody's on the same page. Boston leading by 12. Lillard outside. This one for three. Lillard drains the outside shot.
Lillard gets so much lift on his three-pointers. It's almost effortless how he shoots.
Outside Hart. Here's Bridges. Aldridge pulls down the board. Aldridge has got his 7th rebound here tonight. Shoots from 14. Nembhard, good. Nembhard's got 5 now.
Their offense has been unstoppable, just firing on all cylinders.
They've had great execution, and what stands out is that they're just taking what the defense gives them, not forcing anything.
And what an aggressive move to the rim. He's really trying to fire up his teammates right now.
Boy, it's not hard to feel inspired after a teammate makes that kind of finish.
And that could be the spark they needed to make a little run as they try to even this thing up.
And timeout called by Darko Rajakovic. He'll take the opportunity to regroup. Boston with some changes. Martin, he's checked in for Aldridge. And it's Henderson in for Nembhard. DiVincenzo, he's checked in for New York. Payne comes in for Brunson. Now here's Oubre. Lillard left side. Back to Oubre. Hey, expanding his range. Good. And it's Lillard who picks up the assist. He has 7.
And you know Lillard loves setting up his guys. He's got a great eye for where to move the ball.
Here's Payne. Count it. And so Henderson will bring it up for Boston. Lillard outside. Shoots over DiVincenzo. Takes a big high bounce and goes in. Lillard's got 32 points in the game.
What's incredible, he doesn't need much space to let it fly. Lillard's shooting touch does wonders for his team's spacing.
Randall against Sharp. Randall right side. 5 on the clock. And it's Randall with the jam.
Wow, Julius Randall. We could feel the floor shaking on that one.
Lillard against DiVincenzo. And that one drops for him. Lillard's got 13 points here in the second half alone.
Oh, just an easy reverse for him. He has nice feel and touch around the bucket.
Anunoby against Sharp. Here's Randall. No good. A bit long that time. Boston leading by 18. Lillard outside. Double team on Lillard. Pass to Sharp. 4-3. Drills it from deep. Sharp's gotten himself on the board with a 3 there.
This is what it's been since halftime. Remarkable results from downtown.
In the modern NBA, you have to hit threes to win games, and they've made that adjustment since the break.
Payne finds Randall, and it's Randall with the jam.
And you love to see the aggressiveness, using the height advantage to hammer it home.
Oubre passes to Lillard. Just a big-time effort for Damian Lillard, providing a lot of energy for Boston. His fingerprints were all over that quarter. 13 points, leading the charge. All right, stick around. We'll be right back after this. And there have been two very different performances from these teams today as we get going in quarter number 4. New York trails by 19. So on the floor for the Knicks. They've got Miles McBride, Dante DiVincenzo out there with Achua. Then there's Cam Payne, and it's Robinson in at the center position. The shot by Payne, no good. DiVincenzo puts it up from the high post. Shot is good by Gordon. Gordon's gone 2 of 4 so far tonight. Outside Robinson. Now Payne. There's the triple. That shot is off.
Yeah, that's a shame because I'm not sure the defense will let him get a shot that good again very soon.
Here's Lowry. Rebounded by Payne.
I think the defense will live with him taking mid-range jumpers, but maybe just a little bit more resistance.
New York again can't hit. Boston leading by 21. Here's Lowry. Lays it up and banks it in.
Yeah, even inside among the bigs, Lowry can find his finish. I mean, he's that clever offensively.
Hey, yo, right here.
Payne against Lowry. Looking to get it going. Boston pulls it in. Final quarter here, and we're just over a minute and a half through it. Count that one. Lowry's got 4 points this quarter.
Playing way bigger than his 6-foot height. Lowry scores it inside. He just plays with so much heart.
McBride passes to Robinson. And a big finish by Robinson.
B.A., when he gets the rim in his sights, it's tough to stop.
So aggressive and a determined finisher. Nice. And Darko Rajakovic has called a timeout. He's decided it's time to clarify the situation, leaving little room for error. And Boston with some changes. Little's checked in for Martin. Podziemski comes in for Lowry. And Lillard subbed in for Henderson. And some changes here for New York. Now here's Gordon to the right side. Lillard looking around. Double team on Lillard. Over to the left wing. From downtown. Sends it home from three-point land.
Now you have to extend that defense. I mean, you really have to stay connected to him at all times.
And the lack of defensive pressure on shots like that is a big reason they're down by double digits. While he's a bit undersized for a 4, he more than makes up for it with his bounce.
Here's Lillard. Yep, that one goes. Lillard's got 36 points.
And the defense has no one to blame but themselves. I mean, they just let him get right to the rim.
That's a great possession. Put your best players in a position to succeed.
Oh, productive from back there. Bridges showing the range.
2 minutes remaining in the game. 2 minutes.
Brunson against Lillard. There's the drive. Randall pulls down the board. Here's Hart. The kick out to Brunson. Goes back up. That's in. Coming off an assist from Randall.
Yeah, never a bad idea to have Randall with the ball. Just a great passing forward.
Here's Lillard. Goes to the reverse layup and drops it in. Lillard's got 38 points.
And he gives up some size inside, but makes a great adjustment on the finish.
Yeah, you can give up some size, but that shows you how fearless he is, willing to attack the basket no matter who is in front of him.
Now here's Gordon. Lillard left side. Over Brunson. And misses it off the right side of the rim. And so it's Hart with it. He brings it up for New York. Drives to the hoop. Boston pulls it in. Here's Little. Pass to Gordon. It's Podziemski on the wing. Three-pointer, no good. And here's New York now. And here's Brunson from the arc. He gets it to go again. 9 for 13 so far. And they've been moving the ball really well tonight.
Good things come to those who take good shots.
Here's Lillard. Again, the miss by Boston. Here's Hart. And he dunks it down. So it's Boston now. It's an 18-point lead. Here's Little. Nails it from 3.
The value of good ball movement isn't lost on this squad.
There's a 4-second difference between the shot and game clock. Brunson passes to Anunoby. And he takes that one up and powers it through. So it's Boston now. Lillard outside. Over Brunson. And Lillard gets it to go. Lillard's got 40 points.
This is what winning is all about. Playing your best when it matters most.
And let me tell you, as a team, you love to hit your stride right at the crucial moments. They put this game away in style.
So we see Boston get the win here. Well, this might not have been the most competitive game we've ever seen, but you've got to appreciate their masterful performance.
And I'm sure their fans appreciated it too. We saw the outstanding defense and a loaded offensive effort. And they were just dominant out there.
And that'll do it, folks. For Richard Jefferson, Grant Hill, and Allie LaForce, this is Brian Anderson. Thank you for being with us. And now let's take a look at our player of the game, Damian Lillard.
Was that just how we say good morning? Another day, another dollar. Was them? I be stunting like a big timer. Was them? Another night. Was them? She give you drama. Was them? If you see me, just give me a holler. Was them? You need motion? I got all kinds of. Was them? If you see me, just give me a holler. Was them? If you see me, just give me a holler. Was them? On the party going up, we just getting started in the air. Got these some on my lap. My spidey senses plotting as it ticking across the room.
Welcome to 2K Sports. We've got live NBA basketball headed your way on this fine Wednesday afternoon.
But we all got it poppin'. When I say what's them, that means you doing your thing, partner. Another day, another dollar. What's them? I be stunting like a big timer. What's them? Another night.
Along with some amazing prizes. Bring on the final vote. The winner of seasons 1 through 3 was Tracy McGrady in the theater.
Welcome, sports fans. Thanks for joining us. It's the NBA on 2K Sports. Kevin Harlan here with Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg, and our sideline reporter is David Aldridge. You'll see the West All-Stars and the East All-Stars. Now a look at the West All-Stars starting lineup. We've got Gilgeous-Alexander. Durant is out there with LeBron James, and it's Nikola Jokic, and it's Curry in at the point. Now here's Curry. And Mark Daigneault calls timeout. Wants to talk some things over, might be seeing some things to adjust. The West All-Stars making a switch here. Edwards is checked in.
Anthony Edwards.
On defense, the East All-Stars. Clock at 6. It's Curry outside. Rebound, Donovan Mitchell. It's stolen by Gilgeous-Alexander. And there's Stephen Curry on the assist by Jokic.
Stronger than he looks. Curry able to take the hit there and finish.
Outside, Antetokounmpo. Pass to Tatum. Back to Giannis. From past the arc. Gilgeous-Alexander pulls it in. And the West All-Stars with possession. Towns with the steal. And here we go. The East with a fast break. And that one's good, Mitchell.
Great teamwork, punctuated by a strong finish.
That is the perfect fast break, guys. Getting a hoop before the defense can get set.
Now here's Edwards. And the rejection by Towns.
Big swat right there from Towns, making his presence felt on the defensive end.
The offensive rebound. And Antetokounmpo with the jam.
And, you know, it's one thing to get the offensive rebound, but then how about the loud bucket he's able to convert?
He was in perfect position under the hoop, Greg. You're right. Once he gets his hands on the miss.
That's exactly why it's important to work hard on the offensive glass, fellas, for chances just like that.
West All-Stars shooting their first free throws of the game. No good on that one.
So much confidence coming from Anthony Edwards. You can just see it. This is a guy who knows he belongs in the league and is hungry to be great.
And lost his touch right there. Didn't see that coming. Usually, when he's hot, he stays hot.
Gilgeous-Alexander kicks to Jokic. The West again cannot hit.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the three. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
Towns is so dangerous in the paint. He's got the ability to just muscle through most any defense.
Here's Gilgeous-Alexander after the made shot from Karl Anthony Towns.
And he's not going to miss that sort of an opportunity from deep.
Pass to Tatum. He takes it in, and it's Antetokounmpo picking up the assist. Giannis has got 3 assists tonight. Edwards inside, guarded by Tatum. Edwards can't hit.
Yeah, he just flat out tricked that one, missed it, and has no one to blame but himself.
And that's good. Jason Tatum for 3. Tatum's got 5.
Really smooth release from Tatum on that 3. Makes that shot look effortless.
The East making a switch. Brown's checked in. Victor Wembanyama's checked in for the West. Curry fires from way outside. It's hauled in by Giannis. Giannis has got his 5th rebound right now in the game. A putback, a chance to extend the lead to double digits, but it's no good. Curry outside. It's hauled in by Giannis. Antetokounmpo's got his 6th rebound on the night over James. Antetokounmpo, no good. The West trails by 8. With a short break in the action, gives us a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, Kenny Atkinson did give me a few minutes to catch up with him. Their plan defensively is to try to make LeBron into a jump shooter. Now, Coach said many teams plan that, but it rarely works out. You have to fully commit to it. Of course, that means LeBron will be getting all of their attention. Guys?
Thank you, David. Now, here's Jokic. Jalen Brunson missing his last shot. Wembanyama with the bounce pass. Over onto Tacumbo. That's good from Wembanyama on the assist by James.
And I like when Wembanyama is aggressive on offense because defenses feel helpless to stop him.
Onto Tacumbo, finds Brunson. Launches it. It's rebounded by the West.
And even without that three ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
Jokic. Shot is good off the back rim and in.
You know, since his rookie year, Jokic's confidence has really grown. I mean, he's gotten extremely comfortable with his jump shot now.
Here's Antetokounmpo, and Antetokounmpo slams it in.
Whoa, that'll wake you up.
He is such a great athlete.
No question about it. He's very comfortable in the air. Dunks like that, no problem for him.
Now, here's Curry. Shoots over Brunson, and he wills that one in, sinking right through off the back iron.
He's somebody that's really comfortable carrying the offensive load.
Outside, Antetokounmpo. Mitchell passes to Antetokounmpo. Kicks it out to Mitchell. No good on the three. And so Wembanyama will bring it up for the West All-Stars. Trailing by 2. That doesn't go on the chance to tie.
Very dangerous to leave a guy like that open. Lucky break there for the D.
Brown with that amazing athleticism, putting on a show out there with jams like that.
There's 21 seconds left in the first quarter. Here's LeBron, and he goes right over Jaylen Brown and slams it down.
Man, I like seeing LeBron throw it down, especially when he decides to do it with a little flavor.
Pass to Mitchell. Here's Towns. Now, Antetokounmpo. With 1 on the clock. And he got that one up in time, but doesn't go in. And that concludes a back-and-forth, high-scoring first quarter of play. East All-Stars lead by 2. And the second quarter about to get started. We'll be back in... And this has been a fairly close game through the first quarter, and we'll see what happens here in the second. And before we move on, what do you guys think about what we've seen so far from the East All-Stars?
Well, they used the fast break to generate some easy buckets before the defense could get set.
And, you know, for them guys, it's all about tempo. Keep the pressure on and do so as much as possible.
So it's the West now. On the court right now as the second quarter starts for the West All-Stars. Wembanyama is out there with Jalen Williams. Then it's Harden. Then there's Edwards. And it's Jokic in at the center, filling out the middle.
Boy, how about the strength of Edwards, confident at taking on defenders and finishing.
Here's Brunson. Nothing on the board. Mobley sets the pick for Brunson. It's good. He scores. That's his first basket after missing his first 2 attempts. Now 1 for 3. And Mark Daigneault calls timeout. He wants to check in with his team and regroup. Jason Tatum, he's checked in for Pascal Siakam. And West also making a switch. Durant's checked in. And so here are the West All-Stars. Trailing by 2. Here's Edwards. The muscle from Edwards.
A composed and cool effort from Edwards inside. Not rushing himself or forcing a bad shot. Taking what's available.
And the basket by Tatum.
And I don't care how far from the bucket he is. You've got to have a man on him. He's just too good from deep.
And let's head over to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Thank you, Kevin. Nikola Jokic may not be the most physically gifted, but there's an old saying in basketball, you're as fast as you can anticipate. LeBron James says he sees plays before they happen. A lot of people don't understand it, but I do. He's special. Kevin?
You know, his mind for the game is just on another level. We appreciate that report. Edwards looking it over. A beautiful finish inside by Ant.
And they've done well at taking advantage of some late defensive rotations and getting the ball in the paint.
From 13, the East All-Stars check on 2 more.
And I like seeing Garland use that mid-range area. He is so effective, and it puts so much pressure on the defense.
Donovan Mitchell's checked in for the East.
Donovan Mitchell.
2 minutes now played in the second quarter. Brown with it. Pass to Mobley. And here is Tatum. Mobley sets the pick for Tatum. It's hauled in by Jokic.
I didn't see that miss coming. I mean, he's usually been money from that range.
Here's Harden. Banked in off the glass. Harden's got the game tied up here for the West All-Stars.
Well, I tell you what, with Harden, sometimes it seems the more the defense bodies him up, the more determined and effective he is in scoring.
Brown outside. The West All-Stars pull it in. Second quarter of play with almost 3 minutes gone. Near the three-point line, it's Edwards. That one rolling around and rims out. And now the fast break. Mitchell with the ball. And it's Mitchell with the jam.
And understanding where to run to in transition, Mitchell is very opportunistic when the break is on.
The 3 from KD. Good. It's Harden with the assist that time. KD's got himself on the board with 3 there.
Boy, a big man with great touch from deep. Always a valuable commodity in today's game.
Brown wide open. He fires. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. Here's Edwards. Edwards holding off the D and converts.
And they've repeatedly probed inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid off.
Brunson with a clean look. No good on the triple. The West leading by 3. Edwards drives in. That's good. Basket number 5 on a 5-for-8 night shooting.
Fearless drive by Edwards, taking the ball right into the defense and finishing strong.
And the East has possession. And Kenny Atkinson calls timeout here. He's going to have a discussion here on the sideline. And the East All-Stars with some changes. Giannis Antetokounmpo's checked in for Evan Mobley. And it's Garland in for Jalen Brunson. Then for the West All-Stars, Gilgeous-Alexander comes in for Jokic. And Curry subbed in for James Harden.
Brown is so creative at picking apart the defense with his ball handling. You gotta love how clever he is with the ball.
Curry, here he goes. And he banks in the layup. Curry's got 8 points.
Not much resistance from the defense. Easy play that time for him.
Brown outside. Back to Garland. Pass to Mitchell. Fires the 3. They get it back. And Giannis throws it down hard.
Giannis just doesn't stop working. Plays with great energy at both ends. Excellent work on the boards there.
Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. His shot is good, making him a perfect 2 for 2 from the floor. The East trail by 5. Mitchell passes to Garland. Good, and the assist goes to Mitchell. 5 points in the game.
Oh, very solid from deep. Darius Garland hurts you in so many ways.
Curry fires from way outside, and they wasted no time getting those 3 points back. Curry's got the lead up to 5 now for the West All-Stars. Garland the pass to Brown. Curry against Garland. Tatum wide open. He fires one. Trying to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark. We'll see if they want to trade 2 for 1 here.
Got to time up that clock to do so.
Here's Edwards. Shoots over Brown. Edwards gets it done inside.
Not afraid to mix it up down low. Edwards is a big guard. Really put together nicely. He's got a great body.
Garland kicks to Giannis. Antetokounmpo, a screen on Curry. Back to Antetokounmpo. Giannis dunks it down.
He just punched the ticket on that one. That'll get the job done.
Powerful two-hand jam.
I tell you what, if he's got a few more of those in him, this lead will really start shrinking.
Curry, good.
Huge night for Curry and a great rhythm thus far. That's always bad news for the team he's facing.
Antetokounmpo, no good. To the inside. Here's Wembanyama. Lays it up off the glass. And now a 9-point West All-Star lead. And so it's the West All-Stars in control with the 9-point lead to end the quarter. And they've done a phenomenal job down low. So many of their points coming right at the rim. Back right after this.
Direct your attention to center court. Drum roll. They're thinking about the shot. One more time. A round of applause.
And for those of you just tuning in, thanks for being with us. The second half of this game still to play. One guy who's been getting it done so far, Stephen Curry.
No problems fighting his way to the rim in this one. A lot of points in close.
Yeah, you know what, guys? They gave him too many free runs to the hoop in the first half. I think they've got to be a lot tougher on him. Body him up. Be physical with him.
So it's the West now. Karl Anthony Towns is out there with Antetokounmpo. Then it's Mitchell. Then it's Tatum. And it's Brunson in at the 1 spot. That's the 5 out there for the East All-Stars.
And making it look easy. LeBron overwhelms the defense inside.
There's Brunson from deep.
Defensively, there was a lack of aggressiveness, and it really made it easy for him to knock that shot down.
Gilgeous-Alexander against Mitchell. And it's in there. Gilgeous-Alexander's got 7 points.
And good work inside. SGA will make more room for himself on the perimeter when he can be effective down low.
Brunson finds Tatum. Off target from outside. And here's Curry, who brings it up for the West All-Stars. Shoots over Brunson. Curry can't get it to go. The East trail by 10. Brunson the pass to Towns. And it's Durant with the rebound. And with a little over a minute gone, the second half is underway. Nailed from three-point land.
And Durant, so dangerous as a scorer. He can shoot it from deep, also beat you off the dribble there. He just stops and pops.
Tatum no good.
You know what, though? Sometimes you can be too open. I think it may have surprised him, and that's why he missed.
And it's Gilgeous-Alexander missing. Here's Mitchell driving inside.
What a ferocious finish. Once Mitchell gets some speed behind him, look out.
And Mark Daigneault calls timeout here. He wants a minute here to get things straightened out with his team. The West leading by 11. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. He hits the back iron and sinks the shot. Gilgeous-Alexander's got 4 points in the quarter.
A nice job taking what the defenders gave him. But these guys need a gut check right now.
Well, that's exactly the kind of defense that's gotten them into the hole.
Curry with it. Now guarded by Towns. Curry can't get it to go. And now the latest from our reporter, David Aldridge.
Kevin, thanks. The NBA's 65 games requirement for postseason awards has drawn some criticism. But Adam Silver says, ultimately, this is about the fans and putting the best product forward. Load management was not working for us. This is having the desired effect. The guys are out on the floor. Kevin?
Yeah, they want to be on the floor, right? Keep them tuning in. Good stuff, D.A. Thank you. Here's Tatum. And another miss by the East.
And the well is running dry for him right now. Nothing falling.
And, you know, you can sense his frustration. This is going to be a test of his resolve here.
The West leading by 15. Jokic kicks to Curry. Towns with the steal. And here we go. The East with a fast break. From 12 feet out. Brunson, good. Brunson's got his third basket of the night right there.
Great jumper there from Brunson, living off that mid-range.
Bounce pass from Gilgeous-Alexander. Good on the triple. LeBron James. And the West leads by 16.
Unwilling to let up even for a moment. That's his killer instinct, just fanning the flames.
Yeah, I love the fact he doesn't play the score. He just keeps coming, attack mode. He doesn't know how to step off the gas pedal.
For real. Come at us, and we're coming right back at you.
A little back and forth from long range. I love it. That's a terrific answer there.
It's good. KD's got 5 points now in the quarter.
This is where KD dips into his bag and comes out smelling good.
Brunson against Curry. Oh, muscling it in. Brunson.
And how about the move he made there to come up and get himself clear in the lane for the deuce.
And Mark Daigneault calls timeout. He's ready to talk things through with the team. Making a switch. Brown's checked in. The West All-Stars also with the sub. Victor Wembanyama is checked in for Durant. Here's Curry with the three. Looks good. Is good. That's his 7th basket in 12 tries.
It looks easy, effortless. Curry, natural from long range.
Brunson outside. The three. And another three from the East.
A total defensive collapse. I mean, no reason to allow him that kind of space from behind the arc.
Oh, LeBron's just too strong inside.
James doing his thing in close to the hoop. Good work there.
Mitchell passes to Towns. And the dunk by Towns.
Major posterization right there, guys. The defender gave him up way too much height. All he could do was try to get out of the picture.
Here's LeBron. James absolutely owning the inside.
When you allow good scorers to get uncontested shots at the rim, no wonder you're losing.
You know, he should be getting extra attention from the defense, not less.
And Mark Daigneault calls timeout here. He's made the decision. He wants to huddle up with his guys. With some changes. Evan Mobley's checked in for Karl Anthony Towns. Pascal Siakam comes in for Giannis Antetokounmpo, and it's Garland in for Donovan Mitchell.
Darius Garland.
The West leading by 15. Wembanyama looking it over. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. Wembanyama's got 7.
Sometimes you watch Wembanyama and think this guy is a cheat code, hitting threes at well over 7 feet tall.
And Siakam has it in the corner. Tried to come right back with the 3 of his own, but it's no good. And so it's Jokic with the ball. He brings it up for the West All-Stars. 18 points separating the teams. That's the biggest lead of the game.
Jokic, so dangerous when he's got the rock in his hands. He's a top-notch passer as well as a great scorer. He always delivers.
19 seconds left to play in the third. Siakam outside. Here's Garland. That one's off. Still out of sync. Outside, Gilgeous-Alexander. And he gets it back. And as we conclude the third quarter, pretty much a blowout. It's been a one-sided affair. It's the West All-Stars delivering the blowout. And do not go away, as we'll be back in just a few moments with the start of our fourth quarter coming up next. And let's take this opportunity now to show you our State Farm assist of the game.
And how about the big fella here showing us he's got some point guard skill here with the tremendous setup.
Hey, that was a high-level pass no matter what position it came from. But it does make it stand out a little more when it's made by the big fella.
And as we head into the fourth, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works or if it's more of the same from the first 3 quarters. On the floor for the West All-Stars, Gilgeous-Alexander out there with Anthony Edwards. And it's Durant. Then there's Davis. And it's Wembanyama in at the 5. Here's Edwards. Drives to the hoop. Slammed home, and he draws the foul. A chance for another point at the free throw line. That one on Mobley.
That's all weight room right there. Edwards powers through the contact for the hoop and the harm.
And a moment now to look at the scoring approach in terms of where the points are coming from here for the West All-Stars.
Well, you know, in some circles, this is an unpopular point, but there can be value in taking the mid-range shot. This team is certainly proving that tonight.
And their passing has been great as well. Ball movement is key in getting good looks, and they've had that down tonight.
Now Garland. Pass to Tatum. Mitchell wide open. Good, and it's Tatum picking up the assist. Tatum's got 3 assists in the game.
And got rid of it promptly. Mitchell wasting no time.
The West leading by 20. Here's Edwards. That's in for his 8th bucket tonight. A hot 8 for 11 shooting so far.
Well, he's been doing it all night. Why not go back to him?
And no let up in him either, guys. I mean, he wants to continue to expand that lead, and as long as he's the one taking the shots, that lead's going to expand.
To the middle. Here's Garland. Terrific assist. A nice finish. Solid play all around.
Fearless move by Garland inside, going for the high percentage shot.
From 13. Takes a big high bounce and goes in. Edwards got 7 points here in this quarter.
And this is how you want to come out of the half. Prolific and efficient.
Boy, I like the disposition and attitude since halftime. They're patiently looking for good shots.
Pass to Tatum. 5 on the clock over Davis. Tatum's shot is off.
You know, he's just not taking good shots, not taking smart shots, forcing up a lot of low percentage jump there.
And the shot is good. Edwards got 9 points now in just the second half.
Yeah, you know, once Edwards flips that switch now, he stays fully engaged. His offensive arsenal is on full display.
And Kenny Atkinson calls timeout. And that timeout by coach was carefully measured, wanting to make sure that everybody is on the same page here. Karl Anthony Towns checked in for Evan Mobley. James checked in for the West. Shot by Brown. And another miss by the East. Brown's gone 2 for 5 tonight. James right side. Karl Anthony Towns with the rebound. And right on through for another basket. He's got 5 made on 5 of 9 shooting.
And bursting through inside. So difficult to contain when Mitchell's on the attack.
Some nice passing here by the West. Hits it from 3-point range. Edwards got 24.
He's just stretching him out. The defense has got to do a better job of staying attached to him.
Yeah, especially with the score being what it is. I mean, you got to tighten it up on D.
And wrestling for it there, but no one has possession. We'll have a jump ball. Wembanyama passes to Durant. Gilgeous-Alexander, that's a 2-pointer. Offensive rebound. And Edwards puts up a deep 3. Here's Wembanyama. And it's Wembanyama with the jam.
You have to be aware of Wembanyama on the boards. Really keep a body on it.
Garland with it. Picked up by Edwards. Here's Mitchell. Wembanyama with the rebound. Wembanyama's got 9 rebounds in the game. Getting it done. Here's Edwards. Count it from 12. Edwards got 14 points now in the second half.
Nice mid-range J from Edwards there. He's obviously not too concerned about what the analytics say about that shot.
And it's Mitchell missing. And here's the West with the ball. They're on a 16-7 run. That's good from Edwards on the assist by LeBron. James has got his 4th assist in this one. Here's Brown. Lands soft on the front of the rim and drops.
Brown has a nice shot repertoire. Clearly the mid-range doesn't give him much trouble.
Edwards hangs in midair and converts on the double clutch layup. 30 points for Anthony Edwards. Here's Brown. 1:56 left to play in the final quarter. Outside Garland. Pass to Mitchell. Jacks up a 3. West All-Stars with the rebound. Durant's got 4 rebounds in this game. Floats it up for Wembanyama. And taken away by Brown. Now the fast break. Tatum with the ball. Here's Towns. LeBron grabs the miss. 1:25 left in the fourth quarter. The three from KD. Here's Wembanyama. Outside for Durant. Shot clock at 6. And he buries that one, drilling the rim on the way down.
And I want to see more of that from him. I mean, he's been passing up on his shot more than usual, even though he's hitting the ones that he takes.
Pass to Brown. And then Brown with the dunk.
Big-time hops on display there. What a throwdown by Brown.
Brown's gone 4-7 in field goal attempts tonight. 57%. That one goes. Counted.
Saw the opportunity to put this away and did not turn it down.
And, you know, this run shows what kind of attitude this team has. I mean, the win is there. Go get it.
Looking to get it going. Oh, and the dunk by Mitchell.
A dynamic leaper with an impressive wingspan. Mitchell usually has some flashy dunks up his sleeve.
Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. From down in the low post, it goes.
Feeling it. No doubt about it. He's definitely feeling it right now. Shooting a terrific percentage from the field.
Tatum kicks to Brown. Towns for 3. Good on the three-point shot.
Hey, a confident shooter like Towns doesn't need any time to get a shot up.
Now a timeout called by the West All-Stars. 23 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. Guys, what do you think?
And they've got this one just about wrapped up.
Yeah, you know, I'm not sure they needed this timeout, quite honestly. Perhaps a water break?
Present our New Balance Player of the Game, Anthony Edwards.
Boy, he completely took over, I think, on both ends of the floor. Scoring with authority and influencing a lot of plays, almost every play. This was the kind of night you dream about as a player.
He silenced this crowd with an unreal display. His ability to drown out the noise and the hostility of an opposing crowd is pretty special.
And it doesn't even matter that he's surrounded on that possession. He's got the size to pull those boards down anyway.
Harden finds Williams. Back to Harden. So no problem for the West All-Stars as they get the win. To come into an opponent's building and dominate the way they did tonight says, I think, Greg, an awful lot about this team.
I guess they don't need home cooking to feel at home. I mean, Kevin, just a masterful performance all the way around.
And that'll wrap it up, folks. For David Aldridge, Greg Anthony, and Clark Kellogg, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for being with us. And as we leave you, we give you our player of the game, Anthony Edwards.
Game 1.
Stage, the NBA Finals. It begins here, and 2K Sports is happy to bring it to you. This is Kevin Harlan with Greg Anthony and Brent Barry. From the sideline, we'll have David Aldridge. We'll be hearing from him in just a moment. Now, we'll look at Dallas's starting lineup. Derek Lively is out there with Anthony Davis. Then it's Kyrie Irving. Then it's Thompson. And it's Marshall in at the 3. And for the Warriors, some kind of shooting in the backcourt for him. It's Curry and Hield. Butler out there with Draymond Green. And it's Payton in at the small forward position. You take a look at the Mavericks. Well, we know this is everything they've worked toward. Greg, the adjustments in the offseason have really paid off.
And it's a well-run organization from top to bottom. They know who they are. They play to their strengths. That's why they find themselves here with an opportunity to win it all in the NBA Finals.
I like what you said. They know who they are. They play within those limits. You're right. There's Irving following the basket by Stephen Curry. Tries the spin move. Irving kicks to Marshall. Davis setting the pick for Marshall. And there's Davis. That's good on the assist from Marshall.
That's just an outstanding pick and roll there to get Davis diving to the rim. Once he gets the pass, the shot was as simple as it gets.
Curry can't get it to go.
Whoops. Got caught in between moves there on his way to the rack.
Marshall passes to Irving. Here's Marshall. A free ball. Green with the rebound. And while we've got a moment, let's send it over to our terrific reporter, David Aldridge. David?
Well, I caught up with Coach Steve Kerr. Now, when it came to Kyrie Irving, Coach said trying to contain him tonight won't be easy. He told me Kyrie is a fantastic player, but I feel confident that our guys will be all over him tonight. Pretty strong words, guys.
Thanks so much, David.
He could really beat you up from deep. Irving, such a sharp shooter.
Here's Curry. And the rebound goes to the Mavericks.
You almost have to assume he's going to knock those down when he is that open.
Outside Irving. Marshall deciding where to go with it. 6 on the shot clock. Davis. Shot's good. Marshall making the play.
Good spot where Davis can operate. He has the ability to dominate down low.
Here's Curry. The top of the key jumper is on the mark. And that's now 6 points for Stephen Curry.
Not just the accuracy in the quarter, it's his movement and the energy that's getting him on this nice roll.
Back to Irving. That one falls. His second basket of the game. He's now 2 for 3.
And such a gifted finisher. Once Kyrie gets inside, he knows he's got you where he wants you.
And we've got a timeout called by Steve Kerr. And Coach has decided they need a moment to talk things over. Just over 2.5 minutes played here so far in the first quarter. Curry with it. Guarded now by Marshall. The shot by Curry, no good.
I'm not going to see that very often. The defense in the vicinity, but still, he's not one to blow layups.
Shot from the low block. Irving misses. Warriors trail by 5. Curry looking around, and he's good on the 3-ball. Curry's got 9.
I mean, what's new? Steph, 3 more.
Irving kicks to Davis. Thompson in the corner. And a wide open look for Irving. Trying to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark. Here's Curry. Takes the 13-footer. That's good. Basket number 5 on a 5 for 8 night shooting.
Curry pretty much automatic from there. I mean, where is the weak spot for him offensively?
Outside, Davis. Back to Irving. And he floats in for the easy 2. Credit the assist on that one.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
Here's Curry. And it's good off the back of the rim and in. He's got 13.
And he's really been working to get those looks, and it's starting to pay off here early on.
Irving against Curry. Pass to Thompson. Irving with the ball. For the 3. That's in, coming off the assist from Thompson.
And he likes to get in a rhythm early. Nice triple.
There's 42 seconds left here in the opening quarter. Irving against Curry. Over Irving. Curry can't get it to go. Mavericks leading by 3. Here's Marshall driving to the basket.
Total letdown by the D. Can't leave the bucket unprotected.
Absolutely. And it attacks an easy 2 points onto the lead.
Will not find a higher percentage opportunity than that.
Curry can't get it to go. Thompson dishes to Irving. With 4 seconds on the clock, and he comes up with the deuce. Irving's got 12.
Oh, check out the handles. Their nasty spin move had his man grabbing for air.
What a performance for Kyrie Irving. He has been the story for Dallas. That quarter had to take a lot out of him. He racked up 12 points. Back to the action in just a minute. We're ready to get back into the action here in Game 1. Let's see what this quarter has in store for us. And a look at how the offensive approach has been going here so far for the Mavericks.
And right from the jump, they've been working hard to establish themselves inside, using agility and power to get shots in the paint.
Let's make sure that selfish nerve doesn't get tapped, because right now there's great ball movement. They're setting each other up. Let's see if that maintains.
On the floor for Dallas. Big man on the floor for him. It'll be Washington and Gafford. Kyrie Irving is out there with Spencer Dinwiddie. And it's Christie in at the 3 slot. And so it's Dinwiddie with it. He'll bring it up for Dallas. Leading by 5. There's the 3. And Santos pulls it down.
Hard to figure out how he doesn't knock that one down. No defender in sight.
Curry through traffic. Count it! Oh!
That's tremendous balance. Steph's ability to keep his composure in that tough situation, work in a tight space, that's impressive.
Dinwiddie wide open. And it's off from 3-point range. The Warriors shooting fantastically in this game, 62% from the floor. Curry. A rebound by Washington. Mavericks leading by 3. Pass to Irving. Puts up a deep 3. That's the 6th make from the field. He's taken 9 shots and missed but 3.
I know Kyrie is one of the best finishers in the league, but trust me, he enjoys the 3 ball.
A different look for Dallas. Derek Lively, he's checked in for Daniel Gafford. It's Thompson in for Dinwiddie. The Warriors have gone 2 of 3 from the field here to open the second quarter. Count it, good. Curry's got 19 points. Just about a minute and a half has gone by here in the second. Thompson outside. Pass to Irving. Lets it go from deep. And the rebound goes to the Warriors. Moody, the bounce pass. Curry always finds a way. This time inside.
An offense unto himself. Steph Curry just warping the defense.
On the wing, Thompson. Defended by Moody. It's going by heel. And there's Stephen Curry on the assist by Green. He's got 23.
What else can we say about Steph Curry? Simply one of the greatest shooters we've ever seen.
Dallas has gone 1 of 4 from 3-point range in the second. Not a whole lot dropping out there for them. Got that one up quick. And the Mavericks lead by 3.
Yeah, that's too good a look to give them from behind the arc.
Curry against Irving. Left side Curry. Count that bucket. Curry's got 12 points now in the quarter.
And I need to see some more assertiveness out of these defenders.
Dallas has gone 2 for 5 from 3-point land since the end of the first. And that one's good, Irving.
Making the easy shots and the tough shots. He's on top of his game.
Outside Curry. Over Irving. And it's Irving with the rebound.
And I was sure that was money on that one, but everyone is afforded an easy miss or two.
Yeah, that happens. Important thing is for players, just don't beat yourself up and make a miss like that cost you another play.
And Jason Kidd is called timeout. He's made the decision. He wants to huddle up with his guys.
One more time for your Chief Wickers.
Jimmy Butler is checked in for the Warriors. Gary Payton comes in for Stephen Curry. And then for Dallas, Davis is checked in for P.J. Washington. Najee Marshall comes in for Christie. And Dinwiddie subbed in for Kyrie Irving. Thompson from long range. That's no good. Misses his first shot of the night. Moody finds Green. Lets it go from the wing. No good off the back of the rim. Mavericks leading by 3. Marshall passes to Dinwiddie. 1:31 left to play in the first half. It's tipped. Wants to get it to Lively and does. Count it.
And they keep hammering away at him inside, forcing the ball into the paint.
Here's Dinwiddie. Boom! He jams it straight down.
And really with good positional size, Dinwiddie can make plays above the rim.
Butler on the way. He's guarded by Davis. Got that bucket in no time at all. Butler's got his first bucket of the night.
Really well done there. Just confident and composed, never in a hurry.
Pass to Marshall. Back to Dinwiddie. Dallas moving the ball around. Davis up top, defended by Butler. Shot clock at 5. And Davis can't get it to go. Warriors trail by 5. Rebound by Marshall. Hard earned by Butler.
And Butler just taking that motion right through contact.
And it's Dinwiddie with the ball. Bringing it up now for the Mavericks. A shot by Thompson and no one's around. Again, the miss by the Mavericks. The Warriors have gone 8 of 12 since the start of the second quarter. That's a really high percentage, hitting around 67%.
Leaping ability is off the charts. Not the biggest power forward, but outstanding, rising up off the ground.
Here's Davis, and the rebound goes to the Warriors. Pass to Moody. It's stolen by Davis. 1 second left. He can't get that one to fall. What a performance for Kyrie Irving. He has been the story for the Dallas Mavericks. His production has been flowing as he's tallied 20 points and looks to be planning for more. And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Thanks, Kevin. Joined by Steve Kerr. Coach, plenty of action in the first half. Probably too much for your point of view. What do you need to do to stop these guys?
Well, we have to contain the ball. Their penetration is leading to a lot of those three-point shots. So you got to stay in front of the ball handlers and do a better job with that. But, you know, it's a long game. We like the pace. We like to play this way. And we feel like eventually our defense will kick in.
Coach, thanks for your time. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David. And we'll be right back after halftime to start the third quarter. See you in just a bit.
Welcome, everybody, to our Game 1 coverage. It's a tight one indeed for the Golden State Warriors.
They look great on offense. The ball is flying around. Guys are getting open. It's enjoyable to watch.
Especially for those of us who are brought up playing the game this way.
Looking at the series breakdown for the Mavericks. They've made it this far. Game 1 of the NBA Finals. Shaq, how much brighter is the spotlight here in this championship round?
It doesn't get any brighter. This is where you need your stars to be stars and your moons to be moons and your galaxies to be galaxies.
You know what, Ernie? This is what you dream about. But you got to stay in the moment. You got to focus on things that got you here.
How about planets to be planets? Does that apply here as well?
Yes, it does.
Thanks. Thanks for joining us. Now let's toss it to Kevin Harlan for the start of the second half.
And it's time for more of the NBA Finals on 2K Sports. What a time of year. Curry has been sensational.
Definitely been challenging the defense here early on, not settling for anything outside.
And you want these kind of nights where you can start to see those openings before they happen.
Some kind of shooting in the backcourt for him. It's Curry and Hield. Gary Payton II is out there with Butler. And it's Green in at the 5, roaming the paint. That's Steve Kerr's 5 as we get into the second half. Now, here's Marshall after the miss from Stephen Curry. Marshall gets the bucket. Marshall's got his second bucket of the night.
Important points there. Got him on a nice play, getting the ball inside and right to the bucket.
Lively against Curry. And he uses the glass on the layup. Curry's got 27 points.
Well, not just from deep. Steph Curry, one of the best guard finishers around the rim.
Inside, here's Lively. And finished off by Lively.
Oh, just solid on the one-handed slam.
And guys, when it's a tight ball game like this, he's the guy they want with the ball. Out of bounds, Dallas will take possession. A little over a minute gone here in the second half. For 3. He makes his 9th shot of the game. He has only missed 4.
That makes 3 in a row to start the second half.
And so Steve Kerr calls for the timeout. He wants to check in with his team and regroup. Warriors trail by 6. Curry with it. He's got 27. Nice take from Curry. Count it. Curry's got 4 this quarter.
The shooting might be Curry's calling card, but he has an incredible handle as well. And that allows him to get through the defense.
Thompson kicks to Irving. Lively. It's another look. He takes it up and lays it in. Lively's got 8 points.
Yeah, how about the purpose with which he's crashing the backboards right now? Some hard-earned second chance points.
Yeah, you don't want to put Curry at the line. That's just dangerous and pretty much 2 points. Stephen, the best free throw shooter ever.
The Warriors shooting their first free throws of the night.
Stephen Curry taking 2 shots.
And the first one at the line is good.
Only the last time you watched Steph Curry on an NBA floor not have a smile on his face. He's always playing with that infectious joy. A great player on a great role at the charity stripe. The D has got to be careful about being too aggressive on him and sending him back for freebies.
And we've got a timeout called by Jason Kidd. Looking for a breather and maybe just 1 or 2 things to talk about. And now around 2 minutes gone by in this half. And on the way from Irving for 3. They get it again. Shoots the 3. Buries the long-range jumper. Irving's got the lead up to 7 now for the Mavs.
One of the quickest releases in the game. Kyrie staying a step ahead.
And we've got a timeout called by Steve Kerr. He wants to make some adjustments to the game plan, clearly. Kuminga. He's checked in for Peyton. And Dallas also making a switch. Washington's checked in for Marshall. Outside Curry. From deep. Wow! Curry automatic from deep.
He makes it look effortless out there. Until the defense actually presents a challenge for him, expect those kind of results.
Pass to Washington. Thompson outside. Takes a three. Green with the rebound. Green's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Out of bounds. Dallas will take possession.
Dallas ball.
Thompson against Hield. Thompson passes to Irving. Back to Thompson. 3-pointer. Draymond Green with the rebound. Green's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Hield finds Green. Poked away. And here we go. The Mavericks on a fast break. Irving's shot is good. Irving's got 28 points for the game.
Kyrie, such a blur in the open court, leaks out so quickly and then gets to the right spot in transition.
Here's Curry. Great touch on the 16-footer.
This is a one-man show right now. He's on a mission to get him out of this hole.
Mavericks leading by 4. Irving double team. Washington kicks to Irving. Lets it go from 14. Buries the jump shot. And that's now 30 points for Kyrie Irving.
There's no doubt that Kyrie gets talked about as having some of the best handles in the business, effective at getting wherever he wants to get to on the floor.
2 points. That one goes.
This is not a player who likes to be trailing in any game. That lights a fire.
And a deep 3 from Irving. The rebound by Hield. And here's Hield. He'll bring it up for the Warriors. Trailing by 4. Outside Butler. Green left side. Mavericks with the rebound. On the wing, Irving. Sinks the triple. Irving's got 33.
He's played a huge role in this game to this point, but it looks like he just wants more. He wants to make sure that this lead holds up.
Here's Curry. Curry. Oh, the concentration.
You really got to tip your cap to him in terms of how he's played today, even if they end up losing this game.
Outside, Davis. And Thompson kicks to Washington. And here's Davis for 3. Hands it from downtown. Davis has got his 3rd basket of the night.
And they're getting their points now almost exclusively from the triple. 4 of their last 5 makes are from beyond the arc.
Here's Green. And the shot falls short this time. And so it's Dallas, holding on to an 8-point lead heading into the break. They're pounding the ball inside, and that's where they've gotten their best production tonight. And don't go away. We'll be right back. And let's take now this moment to bring up our State Farm assist of the game.
Just true artistry right there. I mean, great decision on where to go with the ball, and how about the perfect delivery?
Yeah, those are the kind of plays that you want to put on a canvas. Just beautiful basketball.
And with 3 quarters behind us, let's see what this 4th period holds in store for us. So with Davis sitting on the bench, here's the 5 for Jason Kidd right now. Big men on the floor for him. It'll be Washington and Gafford. Spencer Dinwiddie out there with Irving. And it's Christie in at the 3, the small forward. Curry gets the bucket.
Steph Curry has amazing confidence in his shooting ability. And why not?
Shot from 12. Christie can't make it. Warriors trail by 8. Right side Curry. Shoots over Dinwiddie. And the rebound goes to the Mavericks. Irving passes to Washington.
and you don't ever want to get into the habit of letting the offense get to the rim.
And a moment here to take a look at the scoring breakdown for Dallas.
I mean, they've been stepping it up in terms of their shooting from distance, and the confidence has been there all game long, leaving the defense to scramble.
Well, if we add another thing to it, it's about the urgency they've played with. I mean, you look at the eyes of these guys. They're focused, wanting to get up tempo, and that's helped them score on the fast break.
And the Warriors making a change here. Spencer's checked in. Here's Curry. And the layup's good off the glass. Curry's got 44.
And how about when Curry gets fancy with it? His confidence is what allows him to pull off these moves.
Pass to Gafford. Here's Christie. Krills the three-pointer. Christie's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3.
And those aren't the type of three-point opportunities that you can allow in the NBA.
Here's Curry. Solid play on the low block, and that one's good.
Well, he can score from the perimeter, but Steph also knows how to execute inside.
Here's Christie. Now Gafford. Irving passes to Gafford. And Gafford throws it down.
This can make it so much easier for your teammate when you throw that lead pass that gets to him right on the money, whether that's on the run or in the shooting pocket.
A shot by Curry, no good.
Solid rebound there, and with the score like it is, that's an area where they can't afford to get lazy.
Pass to Christie. Dinwiddie outside. Offensive rebound. Gafford off target at the rim. Warriors trail by 11. Outside Curry. Bucket is good. Curry's got 48.
Well, the D has to pressure Curry at all times. You can't let him shake free for a jumper.
And Jason Kidd is called timeout. He's not taking any chances and wants to huddle him up right away. Several teams changing it up here. And now we've got some time to check in from the sidelines. You got for us, D.A.?
Well, I was able to listen in on what Jason Kidd went over with his team. He's happy with how they've been playing. He told them, hey, they had their chance, but this is where we take it from them. This is our game and our series. He's got them pretty fired up, Kevin.
Thank you, David. Mavericks leading by 9. Here's Irving. And that one off the back of the rim and in. Irving's got 15 points in just the second half. Curry on the wing. Covered by Irving. And another one falls. Amazing.
My goodness. 50 for the eight.
Yep, he is putting on a show. Irving from long range. Rebound by Butler. And so Steve Kerr calls for the timeout. Clearly, he's got something his players need to hear. And immediately. Warriors trail by 9. Curry with it. Picked up by Davis. From outside the arc. And Irving pulls it down. Dallas has gone 1 of 3 from outside the arc since we've reached the fourth quarter. Oh, Davis down low.
Another good play. This is how they built the lead, calling on the right guys at the right time.
Basketball IQ is something that gets talked about, but its importance to a team showing up here, running plays that turn into scores. Such a light touch on that finger roll. Classic move there.
And George Thompson with it. He'll bring it up for the Dallas Mavericks. Pass to Davis. Irving with the ball. The 3 gets the three-pointer to fall. Irving's got 38 points.
And perimeter scoring, I have to imagine it was a topic of discussion at halftime.
Maybe trying to find a little bit more space and ball movement to get guys open at the three-point line.
And boy, he's really in a groove. Dominant performance last game. Same thing this time out.
Seems to be nobody standing in his way. No roadblocks for him to get to his spot, capitalize, and continue to be aggressive.
And guys, you can go ahead and put game one in the record books. Exactly how they wanted to kick off this series against a tremendous opponent. Big win for the Mavericks.
Starting five must have been happy to get so much help from the reserves in this game.
And they not only lightened the load, the subs did nothing less than guarantee a win.
They're certainly starting the finals off on the right foot, and this will be a comfortable win for them in game one.
Yeah, this was a statement game, and what a time to make it. I'm sure it's going to get tougher for this group, but they won't be able to just run away with the championship. But tonight, they clearly established themselves as the stronger team early in this series.
The one player that really stands out, of course, in this one, it was a dazzling game for Kyrie Irving.
And guys, I just felt he was tremendous tonight. His energy infected his teammates and the wrecking ball on both ends.
Here's Green, and that's good. A nice job in the glass as they pick up two on the second effort. And so here is Dallas, a 12-point game. So no problem for Dallas as they get the win. A pretty good feeling right now for them to be out in front like this in the series.
You know, Kevin, momentum so critical. And you know they'll want to ride this wave into game two.
And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Thanks very much. AD, efficient night offensively. What got you going there?
I got in the gym yesterday and just played some one-on-one. Get back in the rhythm, get some game shots, and it helped me out tonight. That's it. You know, I just try to stay with it. I'm confident in my game, confident in everything that I do, every shot that I take, and tonight it went in.
Yeah, you were rolling, man. Congrats on the win. Back to you guys.
Thank you for that, David. So that's a wrap for the first game of the NBA Finals. For Greg Anthony, Brett Barry, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Thank you for watching the NBA, presented by 2K Sports. And now, our player of the game, Kyrie Irving.